fucking insane looking.
Okay, Way of the Vanguard. You practice a unique combat style originated by Dwarven siege engineers using heavy weapons with wide attack areas to blast holes through enemy lines, clear an opening for your allies, and defend the conquered territory.
Well, that doesn't sound excessive or anything. Alright, one more second, guys. I gotta plug in my cam. Let's start this shit. How's everybody doing tonight? Other than Zahn, who's already dying and we haven't even started yet. That's right, people. Nate is so bad that he's already dying and we haven't even started.
Pop-out works a little bit now.
Haven't even started and he's already like, I ran into a group of people and caught a sinus infection.
Nope, never mind.
Surrounded by sinus infection. Bazinga.
Yeah.
You want to play Helldivers with me?
How much is it?
I think it's $40.
I'll look into it.
Have you ever seen Starship Troopers?
Oh yeah, no, I know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's you're fighting against that stuff. I just don't know what the game is, like how it works.
All I'm seeing all over my timeline is people just throwing outrageous videos of like the most fucking epic battles against thousands of creatures, and it just looks fucking fun as hell.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies, are we all here?
Michael, you here yet?
Yep.
What about my man JD?
I'm here.
All right, let's do this then. So I took the liberty of moving us right back over to the way you wanted to go so we wouldn't have to start on that stupid map. Because you guys can have your conversations, but you tend to have conversations in the same spot that pertain to nothing. So I figured I'd have that here instead of there. You had just found out, essentially, that there are people within the village where Nate is from who need help taking down the people who killed his family. You just took out a hit squad, and you have like a day before they know that the squad has been taken out to prep and attempt to sneak into the village and meet her. She has told you to meet her at a certain place. I forgot to tell you last week, but it's an old it's like an old place that Zahn will know once he gets to the village. He'll remember it because it's where he used to be when he was a kid. And then you guys, what was that?
I have old family house in my notes.
Yeah, and you guys decided to come back to Bastion before heading out to prepare and get some rest. I'll warn you ahead of time, since you only have one day, you're gonna have to find a way to get your health back to full, because when you rest, you're only gonna get that con plus level bonus that you get in Pathfinder. So you might want to expend every slot you have now, since when you wake up, it will all come back, and try to get yourself back to full. But before you go, you're free to hit the shop, ask any questions, maybe talk to Lord Codwell about the hidden mist.
I don't have vision on the map.
I haven't loaded the map yet. Wait, how do you have no vision? Really?
I maybe some of the stuff that you were messing around with took me off the map or something.
Can everybody else? Oh yeah, you're not on the map because you don't exist anymore. So on your way there, Raven had a heart attack in the sun, collapsed. You brought his body back, and he resurrected, but as a different character.
No, it's the same character. No, you just see Raven tinkering furiously with his weapon all through the trip back.
It's like Raven's walking, he's like, and then he looks up and has like an epiphany. He's like, oh, I could be 100 times better now, and his class changes. So if there's anything you guys wish to do now while you're in Bastion before you prepare to head out to the Hidden Mist, take it away. And that includes healing, resting, whatever. I also filled the shop with some more stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a shop in here, isn't there?
I believe you guys all got a little bit of money too from before. Didn't Sam give you like a chunk of money? Yeah, you have some money on you.
I don't know. When's the last time we went shopping? Because I only have 13 gold.
You bought some shit, dude.
Okay, so I was just making sure it was another time
Yeah.
because I'm
Sam
low
gave
on
you a
ammo.
bag of gold before you guys went into the dungeon before for your payment.
Okay. All right.
But if there's any shopping or anything you wish to do, now's the time before we start this shit.
I need somebody to make me some ammo.
The Mystic Market does sell some ammo, so if you want to head over to the market,
Mm-hmm.
you walk through the door. Ching! Ah! You again, good sir. Welcome to the Mystic Market. How may we serve you today?
How much is ammo, sir?
Let me take a look at my stash. Let me jump into the thing I have set up for your character. Bazinga item. Bullets. What do I charge for bullets? It's about 10. I'd say about 10 clips for five gold.
Sold.
All right. Do you not mark gold off your shit?
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. So do you want me to fill out your heavy slugs? Probably, correct?
Yeah.
All right. We're just gonna fill up all the things you have, and we'll add another 2 heavy slugs. There you go.
Thank you very much, sir.
Wait, is there anything else you want? Perhaps
No,
some
that's all I can afford right now.
Good sir, we
Sorry.
are a pawn shop. If you got anything you want to sell,
Well, let me look into my bag of trinkets here. I've got this rifle here.
Hey.
Which one is the one I use?
you use the Vinsfield rifle now. That's your new weapon. And the
Okay.
gamblers gamble it. Even though it says it's 195, it's worth 95. The reason why it says
So whatever,
100
that's what.
the reason why it says 195 is because it is which I forgot to do to your other weapon. It's enchanted with the magical effect that your weapon gets from being your class,
Mm-hmm.
and it increased the worth. But he's like, oh, this is a good rifle. I'll buy this off you for 95 gold, sir.
That'd be fantastic. Thank you very much.
This thing over here.
Wait a moment. I'm really confused.
What's
Sorry.
up?
What?
I'm just looking at the character sheets for the 2 characters, and I took untrained improvisation on both of them, and apparently they changed it, and so it's actually better. Better now. And Destin has untrained improvisation, but he has the old one, which is just worse.
Well, you can
You can just delete it and replace it.
yeah, delete it and replace it then, dude. No big deal. Oh, mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because it goes from being half your level to your level -1
So, sir,
in the
now
new
that
version.
I've
So
sold that
it's
rifle to
a
you,
lot better.
I'm gonna put that rifle in here. By the way, it's now on his list of items you can buy.
For
you wish to-
$200, right?
What? Oh yeah,
For
it's
$200.
300, dude. This guy knows how to roll. So, if there's anything else you wish to buy, which you now recently acquired 995 gold, feel free to take a look.
Right?
Is
Do you
that-
have a list or anything?
Yeah, just click on the Mystic Market. You see the thing right here? And that. Double click on that, and it's going to open up, and it's got a list of all the stuff you guys can buy. Is anybody else
On what?
coming in?
I don't see it.
Double click on it.
On what?
Do you see the tree right here?
Oh, the tree? Okay.
Yeah, you mouse over, it says the Mystic
I didn't see you
Market.
mouse over it, that's all.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead. Continue.
Does anybody else wish to buy anything?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Ooh, you look. Are you one of those damn samurai from the village in the south? You look
Just maybe.
awfully familiar.
It was a former time.
Well, step on up, sir. What can I do for you?
Okay. So, first of all, potions. What do you have in for potions?
Let me rummage in the back a little bit. And he looks around in the back. I got a few lesser healing potions. I've got some I've got 2 or 3 elixirs of life. I'm gonna put them in chat since you don't seem to look at the list.
I'm looking at the list right now. Actually,
all right, here you go.
I will. Yeah.
The elixirs of life are more expensive, but they do more. They don't heal a ton better than the other one, but they give you like resistance to poison and shit.
Oh.
There are things that they do, and all this stuff is important for where you're going.
Alright.
And along with that, I got a bunch of boons and other sorts of potions. My wife, she can make a hell of a drink.
Okay, let me bring up my character sheet.
I just want you guys to be fully prepared. His eyes snap over
Alright.
to Axel, and he's like, I smell money on you, boy. You want to buy something?
Nope.
I gotta make this bite him in the ass. JD's getting robbed one day
Oh, no.
for all the money he's been fucking hoarding.
What do you mean? I don't have any money.
You got 220 gold, motherfucker.
That's nothing.
And anybody else here have over 200 gold? Raise their hand.
Yes.
I only have 130.
Alright, I'm gonna
Zons-
take two.
What are you
Take
doing?
elixir of life, and 2 healing potions
All right.
for 50. That'll be 54. points.
Just don't even worry about adding it, Nate. Just click on the elixir of life in his thing, drag
Okay.
it over to your character, and drop it, and it's gonna ask you how many you want,
Oh, okay.
and then it will take the money out when you do it.
There,
you go.
inventory store thing that you guys are looking at?
Yeah. You see this tree right here that I'm moving back and forth? Double click on that, and it's gonna open up a page, and that's the stuff the guy has for sale.
Oh my goodness.
So
Okay.
what's this eagle eye elixir you have sitting on the counter here? What's this do?
Okay, in a second, let me find the Eagle Eye Elixir. Where we go? Ah, sir, this is a creation of my own. After you drink this elixir, you'll notice subtle differences, visual details. For the next hour, you gain a +1 bonus to perception checks, or a +2 when attempting to find secret doors, traps, and other hidden objects. This thing lets you see incredibly well, especially in let's say dangerous places where you might want to find secret doors rapidly in and out, exit places, stuff like that. I'm very proud of this item. But for a fighter like you, the kind of person he looks at you, I get the feeling like you put yourself out in danger on a regular basis. Am I wrong?
Oh, indeed.
I would suggest you take a look at this potion. He lifts up like a blue bottle that's like bubbling. I call it the Mystic Mist Form Potion. And when you drink this potion, you will become as mist, concealed for a good 30, 40 seconds, which is about 3 or 4 rounds of combat.
Okay.
Essentially,
Well,
you
this is right up my alley because I was going to ask you what do you have in the needs of misinformation or the art of deception?
Well, this is more of hide your character, but for deception and stuff, let's take a look. Let me take a look, good sir. I might have something in here somewhere. I like how people are buying stuff, and it's giving me this error of like item doesn't exist, and it's just because people are buying it and moving it, asshole. Who just bought something?
I did.
I bought the misting form gel, the potion.
And it disappeared?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, let me see. Do I have anything that about for talking and stuff? Since you want to be we do have grade A disguise kits if anybody would like one of those.
I have a fella in the group here that might need one of those.
There's a diplomat's badge on sale.
He's kind of looking on the dead side sometimes, if you know what I mean.
Oh yes, I was gonna ask him some questions, but he looked a little shady to me. Wow, how many shots I got to take at Kane before he says something?
What?
Fucking douche.
What?
They're buying stuff for sneaking in. I mentioned a disguise kit. Nate mentions you. I say I didn't want to talk to you because you look a tad bit shady, and you say nothing.
Oh, well, I mean, you're not wrong.
I have, like I said, I have a couple of disguise kits. I do also have this item called a diplomat's badge. Very expensive though. When displayed prominently, this badge makes creatures find you more agreeable. You gain +1 to diplomacy. Once per day, attempt a DC 20 check to recall knowledge about people or of a human ethnicity, a non-human ancestry, or some other type of creature. And you get a bonus to that too when you do it. So this thing will help you be able to conversate with people and maybe get out of trouble. But it's 125 gold.
Oh, let me see how much gold I have. God damn it.
And while I'm at it, I also have this for the man who just wants to look like a badass. I have a lifting belt. And he looks over at Axel. Do you even lift, bro?
Sometimes.
Just joking around. Wait, I would suggest you guys get some disguise stuff, but it's up to you. I'll give you like 5 more minutes of looking through to see if you want to buy anything else before we move on.
What's this dragon's crest?
Let me find it on the list. Is it near the top or the bottom?
It's in the top weapons and shield.
Okay, Dragon's Crest. Oh, this thing would attach to your shield, and what it does is it allows you to wedge a bomb into its jaws, like a alchemist bomb, and when something hits you, it will blow up and deal damage to them.
That sounds dope. Is it one use only?
No, the thing itself is permanent, but you have to have the bombs for it.
Okay.
And he's like, and I'll toss in a couple of alchemist bombs for you. Alchemist fire or acid, if you'd like, good sir.
Well, yes, I would like that and a disguise kit.
Okay. So I'll drag this over for you. There's that. Now, did that actually subtract money? Dope. And this disguise kit. Would you? All right. So you're gonna take one of the elite disguise kits. There you go.
Oh,
He goes, I'll be right back. Continue shopping. And he goes into the back and starts rummaging through his bombs and other stuff he has in the back. He's going to give you, along with what you just bought, he's going to take an extra 5 gold, all right, JD?
Yeah.
And he's going to give you 1 Blight Bomb, which is a level 3. And 2 lesser skunk bombs. And 1 mud bomb.
Okay.
I'll explain what they do in a second. Okay. So let's see. So the blight bomb is, it blows up doing 2d4 persistent poison damage and 2 poison splash damage. You gain +1 to bonus to attack roll when you use this. All right, that's the blight one. The skunk one only does 1d4 damage, but it has a chance of making them sick and slowing their movement. And then the mud bomb dazzles them and makes it hard for them to see and slows and does bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So the way we're gonna do this, since let me see if I can put. Oh, I can do that. Okay, so the dragon's crest is now equipped on your character instead of your other shield. I'm going to sheathe your other shield. All right. Whenever you get attacked, I will have you roll a strike to see if the bomb blows up on them when they attack you. All right.
Does it, since it's on me, does it go on? Do I?
No, because
take damage or whatever?
it
Okay.
sprays out of the shield. It's not going to hit you.
Okay.
So my question would be, which one of the while you're doing this, he hands the stuff to you and he's like, "Good sir, which one would you like me to mount first? Do you want the skunk, mud, or blight bomb on it?"
I'm gonna ask him if he can teach me. I'll do skunk first.
All right, so I'm gonna throw the skunk bomb there. All right, so you now have them all equipped, but do not touch the skunk bomb because it's inside your thing. The other ones are not drawn. Because if you want, you can always take one of these bombs out and throw it. You don't have to put it in the shield. All right? But I'm just telling you, you're just going to be using your Seeker of Justice to attack, but when you do the bomb thing, I'll explain how the bomb damage will go off. Because we're kind of like piecemealing it, because the system doesn't work completely with it. Oh, you guys are making me rich today. Is there anything else you'd like?
As Raven walks up after like standing back and like just staring at all the items on display, walks up, points at a few of the items, and gives the amount of money that they're displayed as.
What did you buy?
Healing potion, trip snare, and disguise kit.
Awesome. Smart. What about you, young one, as he looks over at Destin? Quiet type, I see. Hello?
I'm all set, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, I was muted.
That's fine.
What's this?
So, good. Did you
I
guys
feel like
click?
I'm missing this store thing.
How important is the diplomat's badge?
Oh,
It's gonna help. It's right here, Mitch. Do you see it?
yeah.
Just click on that. I can't say it's super important, but at the same time, you do understand that, like, essentially, you guys could end up in a situation where you're talking your way out of a mess in this village. As I explained last week, you could end up getting attacked by multiple groups of people, or even bothered by guards. Having even the smallest bonus in diplomacy might help you greatly, just to avoid having them throw you in jail or try to kill you.
Where's
but-
that? The diplomat's badge you said?
It's under equipment.
Question. Do these, it says replacement cosmetics. Do you have to have a disguise kit for that?
I believe we already talked that you had one before, didn't you? It's not on.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not on your character, Hannah. We're gonna give you one because I remember you used it. You used it before. When you were when you guys broke into the prison. But we'll say right now it's empty. You need to get replacement cosmetics because you used them all.
Oh, so we're not allowed to just use the disguise kit on its own, or the replacement cosmetics on their own.
No, they go with the kit. That's how I'm
Did
doing
I
it.
get the replacement cosmetics then?
Yeah, go ahead. Like I said, just click onto the item and drag it into your character sheet.
Okay.
I'm not gonna buy that then.
Well, keep in mind, if
Right.
you have your own cosmetics kit, you can go after Kane uses up his to disguise. You could then use yours to take his kit and do it.
True.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. Now your kit has a 1, and you have 1 disguise kit replacement because you filled your kit with 1. All right, so you have an extra 1 plus the 1 you just put into your kit.
But also, that's not how Raven does things. So
Okay. It is late at night, by the way. It is. Well, it should be. Hang on a second. Don't cycle through the fucking. No, you're gonna work. You're gonna work fucking correctly.
No.
God damn it, you're gonna fucking work. Alright. It's almost dark. There we go. Okay. So, now that all the shopping's done, like I said, you guys got a night to rest. And you have to figure out what to do about your health because you are in a current situation where you will not heal completely overnight. Some of you might, but like Kane's not getting the max health.
Great.
Oh,
So, okay.
All right, I do have my healing staff. I can heal someone up.
Yeah. What about Mr. Axel? Could we have you have a way to give this dead fella a little bit of life or death?
just
Oh,
looking
wait,
at
right.
Kane, Kane, you have 4 uses of your harm spell. You could just heal yourself up.
All
Because
right.
you're going to get your slots back when you sleep. But I'm just telling you guys, figure out how you want to handle healing yourselves up. Because there's one thing you do get back, and that will be your slots.
Here, listen, I can patch you up with my staff if you'd like.
For the people who are like actually not
Just-
Kane and aren't dead, I can cast a 3rd level like AoE heal.
If I need to move, you need
heal
to tell
everybody?
me now.
That is what I'm telling you.
All right.
You've had fair warning to move away.
I love how the dead guy's got to run away.
From a healing spell, yeah.
Move you over here.
That's going to. Oh.
Kane
We're
is-
doing them harm spells.
You're
I'm
still
just gonna
away,
make
right?
sure I place
Don't
this
worry, yeah,
somewhere
he's-
where it's not gonna
Oh,
hit.
okay.
Alright, so... Was that Axel that did the... I'm getting lost here.
Axel rolled harm.
Yeah.
Okay, Axel rolled harm, so we're gonna heal up Kane with that.
Did it do it? It didn't do it automatically.
No,
I got
it
some harms.
it gives the things I have to when it comes to assigning
okay.
damage and stuff, I have to do it myself. All right.
All right. Is it ready for me?
Hank, Kane just did his. Kane, go ahead and cast yours.
All right.
Just put harm 1.
The 2 action is the one that you want.
No, he can't do 2. That's not how harm works. That'd be harm versus undead. Just do that one.
All right. And then roll
Well,
damage.
roll
healing.
it.
well, no, the 2 action one is the one that increases the hit points
Oh,
by
yeah,
8.
yeah, my bad. All right, so
That's the one he wants.
so what you want to do, Kane, is pick a different variant and pick harm versus undead 2.
I think
Okay.
this harm
It's
should
saying I
work.
lack permission
wasn't
for
it?
some reason.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Let
roll
me-
healing.
Yeah, roll healing.
You fuck.
It's a good thing you use 2 actions. All right, I'm gonna roll my 3d8 for the party.
Remember,
I have one
you,
more slot.
that's
Can
a
I
nice
do that
roll.
Again?
That's a nice roll.
don't worry, you can spam the hell out of this because your slots come back. So hang on a second. Let me finish up. Get everybody healed up with his. Also, you should probably watch Destin because he just showed you how it was done.
What do you mean? I did the harm for Sundead.
No, I mean he rolled fucking good. He rolled 19 healing
Oh,
versus your
that's
fucking
you.
1.
19, and it didn't have, and it was +0, so it was actually really good.
All right, so you guys spend a good 30 minutes topping each other off and getting all ready to go.
I have more spell slots of 1st level, but I don't think that's really
Yeah,
necessary.
realistically, when you sleep, you'll get that back. You guys are level 5, so you're all going to get at least 5 hit points back.
I will say this now. I'm going to declare it now. I have 2 spell slots. I'm going to roll 2d8 if we awaken damaged, as though I had cast heal twice. I'm
Yeah.
just not going to go through the process because it's worthless.
No, you're not going to awaken damaged. I'm actually sleeping you
Yeah.
all right now, and then you guys can have any RP stuff you wish to do, planning or anything. Get it out the way now. You're still going to plan when you talk to Sheeta, but like if there's anything you want to discuss now, here's your opportunity as the night rolls in, late night.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I know, Bazinga. That's happening in the morning.
All right.
So, if there's anything you wish to talk about, now is the time. As you chill out in the rooms.
JD just dropped. I don't know
Yeah.
if he's just reconnecting or what.
Oh, there, he's back.
Okay. Welcome back.
So as you guys enter into the inn rooms that Lord Cadwell had set up for you previously, and you sit down and get all positioned to rest, the servant comes up and asks if you guys want any food or ale.
My ears perk up, and I say I would love some food.
All right, I'll bring
I
up
was
a plate.
expecting you to say ale.
I'll bring up a plate and some ale for the rest of you. You know, Cadwell should get you anything you need because he's very happy with the job you did. So yeah, I'm just gonna bring you guys up some food and stuff. And she scampers off down the stairs, leaves you guys to your devices. If you wish to talk, now's your chance, including confronting Zahn and getting all the information you may need from him.
Oh, I'm doing that. Can I smack him again?
Yeah, if you wish.
Fucker.
Are you smacking him for this time?
Not telling me this shit until now. On top of all of this,
Right.
you motherfucker.
Well, if there's one thing I know about Nate, he's a motherfucker.
Quick note: Raven is not technically part of the party, so we can't see his health bar.
A little fireplace going. Hang on a second. Let me.
Huh.
He should
Well,
be.
I'm full health, so no issues there. But
And let me take a look at the party sheet real quick. Why is Raven not part of the party? Oh, you know what? No, that's not why. You can't see his thing because I didn't fix his resources.
oh right, because I
There we
have my new character sheet probably.
So let me go like that and then drop you back in. Can you see his shit? I'm gonna guess not because it doesn't seem to be working for me.
I see it.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're good. All right. So go ahead and slap him and then take it away.
He missed.
Well, he missed.
Oh,
So
well then how do you react to this? You don't even notice the bug swinging at you?
Ugh.
listen, I understand you're a little dead, but I think you might be a little edgy there, guy.
Guy.
I
Guy.
beg your
Yeah, that's a
fuck-
bit rich.
I beg your fucking pardon?
Zahn, I was going to
Out
ask you about this. When we get to that village, the less you speak, the better.
Yeah, I'll say. How long has it been? I gotta ask, how long has it been since you've known and decided that I didn't need to know?
A need to know basis.
It-
And apparently the
it-
group
it-
decided you didn't need to know.
In fairness, Kane, he did open the letter in front of all of us.
Not me, apparently. Because I don't remember no fucking letter.
Forgot about that. Kane is literally oblivious to all of this.
Honestly, I'm surprised that even worked. Like, how often do their targets of execution just open up the letter and let themselves be drained by like that?
Y'all, I swear. Did y'all know about this?
Yes. I apologize for not telling you earlier.
Y'all
I wasn't happy about it.
fucking knew?
There was a lot going on at the time.
Oh, well.
We'll keep you informed. I promise.
In our defense, Kane, we were a bit preoccupied, worrying about what was going to
I
happen.
wasn't happy about it.
Ah, well, I'm sorry y'all were worried for yourselves, and it was preoccupying you from telling me.
Whoa. Where was he? You were book reading, right?
Honestly, I thought you would have heard us.
Well, I wasn't expecting a hit letter in the mail. So I thought that what I was doing at the moment was pretty important, and it still kind of is. But just, priorities here. But I would have known if I was expecting some damn hit letter in the goddamn mail.
Hit letter.
Can they really carry out a hit against someone who's already dead?
He's not dead though.
He was served
Look at
his
him.
papers.
I don't know what I am, you asshole. Jackass.
Oh, it was fucking wonderful.
But I ain't getting any less or any more alive anytime soon if we don't hurry the fuck up.
You do have a point, and we do have to stop moving. But
We need a full night's rest first. We're not fighting an entire village full of people. As skilled as on, more skilled than Zon.
well, no, okay. So Zahn stops him and looks at him like dead eyes, like we're not fighting the village. A lot of these people are good people. We're gonna take out the ones that we need to take out.
Okay. Any idea how we're gonna go about doing that?
Slowly.
Painfully.
Great, just what I want to hear.
And the rest were taken out to dinner.
You can if you want.
As a note, majority of the village believes that Zahn is a traitor, though. So you're not finding much help from the villagers, other than people that Sheeta might tell you are like safe to talk to.
Yeah, but the way Zahn sees it, these are people he used to know that were told lies that are just believing what they know
Yes,
to be true.
I'm just warning you that if you go talk to random villagers, if they figure out you're Zahn, they will turn you in unless you convince them not to. And they may even just flat out kill you because in their mind you betrayed your father, killed their lord.
Yeah.
So, cautionary stuff.
Hey, maybe I got an idea. Let's just not talk to people that we don't have to talk to.
I'm always down for the stealthy
It's-
approach, but so we're currently planning to take out all of the leaders of this village, right? What happens without them? Who is there someone in line to inherit the power, or
We will work that out. You will, in a sense, I'm not sure if you're familiar with what happens. I've seen this from time to time in multiple tribes and small little towns. It creates a vacuum. And this can be a very negative thing to happen or a very positive thing, depending on who fills that vacuum.
Great, we're gonna create a power vacuum.
All of a sudden you hear a Zahn is right. And then you
Where the
turn
fuck
real
did you
quick.
come from?
you turn and see
Real quick.
Yep.
Sorry. When Raven posed the question of who becomes the leader next, Destin shifts uncomfortably.
you hear a whoosh and you hear Zahn's correct. As you turn and you see Sheeta standing like crouched down next to the window of the inn room, and she's like, Zahn is right. It would create a power vacuum, but what's left of the retainers of the old family, if Zahn is there to rise them up, they will take control of the village. They will put it back. They will bring peace to our people. I'm sorry I had to leave you earlier. I had to make an appearance so they wouldn't think ill of me.
good? I don't want more execution squads being sent out after us in the quest for vengeance.
No, the execution squad doesn't even really exist when it comes to the old family. The execution squad is something new, created specifically by the Seven. The Council of Seven tell them what to do. If someone was to break a law of the village, they would be hunted, but not for execution, but to be brought back, and trial would be had to determine what they did lawfully and, you know, not asshole-like.
Lawfully and fairly.
So I take it you guys are you're gonna do this?
Yes. We'll meet you at the old house.
Well, before...
You mentioned a ritual. Could you remind us what the ritual? When is it going to be, and what does it require?
Well, this is the whole reason why I came here in the first place. I figured I'd fill you in on everything. If that is what you wish. And she looks over at Zahn.
Yes. They need to know.
Okay. Sit down. This may take a few minutes. And she like sits down on the bed. And she breathes kind of heavy, and then she looks up. When I was very young, about 5 years old, I was nothing more than a house servant under the... You put Komuzi, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
I think so, yeah.
Nate comes up with a name. He doesn't know how to pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
Kamuzi
It's been a while.
family. And Zahn was like a big brother, always watching over me and helping me when he could. His father forbade us being friends, as I was nothing more but a commoner. So we would sneak out and meet, and we would play and talk into the night. Then one night, much like any other night, while I was on the way to meet with Zahn at our normal meeting spot, the old garden, a small house that used to belong to his Zahn's father. Where was I? I heard footsteps rushing by, and I followed the footsteps past the old garden where we would meet. And when I arrived at the location of these sounds, I saw a man. A very important man in the village. A man by the name of Kagatori Goemon. A very close friend of your father's. You probably remember him, Zahn, although you were young. He is essentially your father's right-hand man and retainer and lord of the second branch family within the village. He was talking to a bunch of samurai and screaming out orders. Ordering samurai all around the castle to hunt down and kill everybody and find the High Lord. I was terrified and was too scared to move, as I started to hear the sounds of battle break out. Then another man came into focus from my hiding spot. A man covered in bandages. I couldn't quite get a look at his face, as if it was always kept in shadow. Your father looked extremely worried for a second. This man walked up to him and whispered something into his ear, and I did not know what he said. Then when he turned and started to walk away, Kagatori slit your mother's throat and held her in front of your father while she bled to death. And then the rest of his men stabbed your father countless times. I can't even keep track. I couldn't keep track. For what felt like minutes, they stabbed him until he was nothing but a butchered piece of meat on the ground. I stayed hidden in this spot for 2 days, watching your father's body rot, afraid to come out and afraid to move. Eventually, when I did come out, the village I knew and loved had changed completely. Almost like martial law. The clans were walking around in hit squads, hunting down people that were loyal to your father and killing them on the spot. There were posters up for everybody. Over the next couple of months, every person that had ever served your father or had been in your father's clan in one way or another was killed. The only reason why I was not killed is because I am so meek and was so small, I wasn't even noticed. A few of us managed to survive, and for the past... How long have you been away from your village?
Ooh.
Nate?
For a fairly long time. What was it, like?
It's up to you. Pick.
A good, 70 years or so, I think. Was
For
it
the
originally
past-
what you were talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. For the because
Yeah.
you're a vampire, right? So, and for the
Yeah.
past 70 years or so, what's left of us, which is not many, have slowly built a network of samurai willing to fight and die to save the village, but we don't have the strength to beat him or the Seven alone. They turned the entire village against your father and the clan and made him believe that your father was the one selling them out, selling our secrets and selling our soldiers as mercenaries to win wars, when in reality it was this man whose name I learned only recently, Makoto Shishio. Him and his men, along with Kagatori, basically turned our village into a mercenary outfit. of illegal smuggling and illegal armies that we send to help. Some of our men are even fighting right now in Gilead to the south. Gilead, sorry.
Gilead, yeah.
And that's I know plenty of information about the others, but that's basically what happened that night. From my perspective anyway.
Can I do a recall knowledge check on basically the Gilead situation?
Okay,
So know, like, generally, like, how this plays in.
I'm just looking to see if you have a lore for it.
Society?
Yeah, it would be a society. Yeah.
And should I add, like, any kind of circumstance bonus because I'm from Gilead?
Yeah, you can keep higher because you're from Gilead.
Okay.
And you're the kind of person who would be reading magazines and such while you were in your village. Okay, so what you know about Gilead is that this war erupted rather quickly about a year ago, and has been nothing but a succession of losses for the Western Kingdom of Gilead. From the very moment the battle began to now, they have lost every single battle and slowly been pushed back one at a time. And the reason for this is because the soldiers they're fighting are not only just basic bandits and like monsters and stuff, but is because of these extremely powerful strike squads that are like, you don't know what they're called, but essentially they're like samurai and ninja. They come in the dead of night, they wipe out an entire battalion and leave no trace of their existence other than the murder and killing of people. And you also know that the prince of West Gilead was killed in the very first battle by a creature or a man that they doesn't really look like a human. So that's why they call him a creature. Like, he's a humanoid, but he doesn't look right. And his face is always shadowed. And they cannot get a look at his face. Nobody can. They don't know what he looks like.
And Destin is from East Gilead or West Gilead?
You're from East Gilead.
Okay. So Destin is from the side that's the aggressor side, basically.
No, because East Gilead is not fighting West Gilead. East Gilead is just another kingdom in the kingdom is split. West Gilead,
okay,
East Gilead.
So West Gilead is in a civil war.
Technically, but the people fighting in it are not from West Gilead, unless you talk about like criminals and bandits. It's more like
it's basic
an unknown invading
insurrection.
Force. Yes, an unknown invading force is wiping them out. And they've pushed so far up that East Gilead has started preparing to defend itself and fight back. But it was so quick that they couldn't get there to help in time. Like, imagine if someone invaded America and they pushed across the southern part of America and cut off Rhode Island so quickly that Rhode Island couldn't respond, and now they're by themselves and they're like almost trapped behind enemy lines. East Gilead is literally surrounded by the armies of West Gilead. But they haven't invaded East Gilead yet because they haven't fully finished off West. Although, at the start of the campaign, the capital of West Gilead has fallen.
Okay. So that's the situation.
Yeah.
So this is an existential threat for Destin's homeland as well.
Yeah. He left before he knew the capital had fallen, and I would say that you found out about it after you got into the service of, like, when you met Zahn and found out that he escaped from West when he was fighting a mercenary thing. Also, Nate, since you were fighting a mercenary thing in West Gilead, feel free to add anything about. Remember I said, God, people gotta remember their backgrounds. We determined that you had traveled from West Gilead to the border of East, escaping on your way out of the battle because the kingdom had lost and you could no longer help them.
Yes, yeah.
So if you want to throw anything about these ninjas and stuff, you're free to play off this story because you're part of this story arc.
Yeah.
So
a little bit of how I ended up here was that battle did not go well, and I had to get out of there.
Yeah.
and stumbled upon a piece of paper and
We
ended up crossing paths with you guys.
we have our own spies within the groups down there, and it did not go well. As I said, the prince died on the very first day. In West Gilead, there was no one stronger than the prince. He carried artifact weaponry. He's quite powerful, and he was obliterated within no time.
Okay, but war with Gilead West Gilead aside, what was you said something about a ritual during the blood moon?
Essentially, this man Makoto Shishio believes that if he was to, how do I put it, gather enough power within the village, and then sacrifice enough of the village to this power, it would make him a god. And the village doesn't we can't prove that this is going to happen. The village doesn't believe it. This is what we think. I don't even think all of the 7 know that he plans on doing this. But during the blood moon, he plans on sacrificing the village to this blood moon to become a god.
And when is this blood moon?
I believe I told you guys last week 5 days, I want to say. Yeah, 5 days. So once you leave, you will have 5 days of time to disrupt the plans and deal with the situation.
What do you mean by gather power? Is he drawing his power from somewhere?
When he sacrificed, what we've discovered and what we think he believes is that when he sacrifices something, it fills the blood moon and makes him stronger. He needs powerful vessels to do so. So killing a bunch of 100 million commoners will do nothing for him. Killing a couple extremely powerful people within the village will do much more for him, which is why he's gathered power, why he's gathered the 7, and why he theoretically probably tried to gather Zahn. Because if he has Zahn's blood, that's more power. Zahn's blood is extremely powerful because he's of the clan that existed before. Like his father's clan that ruled over the village for hundreds of years.
Do you think he would go so far as to sacrifice the 7 that currently serve him?
I don't think he cares about anybody at all in that village. He most certainly would. But if you let him kill them, think about it like this. If you have 2 cups of water and they're half full. If you have 7 cups of water and they're half full, you pour the first cup in, you've doubled the amount of water you have in 1 cup. If you pour every one of those, if you keep pouring, you're going to have more water. Sure, it's going to spill out, which I believe he'll lose control if he has them all, but he's basically doubling or tripling his power depending on how powerful the vessel is he's killing.
I have no intention of letting him kill the 7. Wonder, is there any chance to convince the 7 that is his plan, or are they loyal to him?
Well, the problem with that is even if you were to convince them, they would most likely just try to kill you, then kill him and do it themselves. All of these people are incredibly evil. They do terrible things on a daily basis within the village, and no one cares. Because the commoners are trapped underneath the boot of the leadership in the clans. And she kind of like sits back and she pulls out like a little diary. And she starts unwrapping the diary. And she says, I have here the information I've gathered if you wish to know it. About the 7. Do anybody wish to know?
Is it all right if I read it, ma'am?
Absolutely. Let me make sure I'm only opening up that, but I'm going to explain them off to you anyway, but I want to make sure I'm only opening that page up for you. Let's see. Why can't I see the configure ownership page? God damn it. Configure ownership. There we go. Alright. And then I'll just drop it on the map. There'll be a book. Can you see the book?
No. Yes, no.
Alright. If you click on it, you should only see... sorry, you're not supposed to see Center
Alright.
District. I'm going to shut that off.
Doesn't look like I can click on it.
Hang on.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
How'd that?
Okay, there we go.
And it's only showing you the 7.
Council of 7, but then there's like all of the sub.
Yeah, you're supposed to
subparts.
see those. Those are the members of the 7.
Okay.
As she starts, she explains, little is known about Shishio's actual power and abilities. Only that even the members of the 7 are afraid of him. They won't rise up. Even with all of them. There was an incident in the village where 4 of them were together and had an argument with him. And he challenged them and they wouldn't move. So I can't tell you much about him. What I can tell you is the rest. You have Kagatora Goemon, leader of the Branch family, and executioner of the Zeram family, which is your family.
Yep.
Naram family, is it? Or
I thought it was Zam Naram.
Naram, yes.
All right,
yeah,
whatever. I
Naram,
fucked
not
it up.
Zeram.
I fucked it up. So,
Oh, I was going to ask if that was what it was.
So, the Branch family, think of it kind of like it's a tradition now, but it basically, when the village was founded, they had the main family, and then they had the Lord's brother, and the Lord's brother was the Branch family. That has faded into other stuff. So Kagatori is not related to Zan, but he is now the head of the new Branch family that they put together. He's an avid fan of sumo wrestling and spends most nights at the arena. During the day, he will be found traveling around the Center District at any one of the many establishments. He's a fan of like art, a combat. He always had when he's traveling, he always has an armored force with him. If he's ever at the sumo arena, I think I set up so he doesn't have as many guards, but I'm not positive, but he tends to be heavily guarded. Then you got any questions, just ask. But then you have leader of the Afumi clan and 3rd ranked in the 7. His name is Subutai. He's a master of dual katana blades. His specialty is something called phalanx. I haven't seen him use it in combat, but it's very defensive and very deadly from what I hear. And when he's not out on a job, Subutai likes to perform kabuki at the theater. He spends all day and night drinking there unless summoned by Shishio to the fortress. So he tends to be at the sumo bar at all times.
And he's a werewolf?
Yeah, his blood clan is werewolf. The werewolves and vampires are the same in this village. They work together.
Okay.
Then you have...
What in the Edward Cullen?
Then you have Gozan, leader of the hunting clan known as the Wolves of the Mist. He's
Another
skilled in
werewolf.
torture and demon magic.
Yes, my favorite skill.
And
Torture.
Gozan is a expert assassin, and as such, he's very good at hiding and manipulating and keeping himself hidden. You know, let me
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead, because I'm going to change the fucking music.
Is torture a strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma skill?
It's a charisma skill, motherfucker.
I would argue that strength and dexterity could also be used in some ways, and sometimes
Nah.
intelligence.
No, take it from me. It's charisma. It's straight charisma.
Gozan is also a master.
And how would you know?
I mean, medicine is
You
wisdom.
remember that
Why wouldn't it
time
be
with the
wisdom?
thumbnail? With the pliers? Do y'all not remember that?
I vaguely remember that,
Oh.
but medicine is wisdom, so maybe wisdom would be torture.
he's a master of a lot of things. But Gozan can also be found pretty much anywhere within the city, but you'll never know because he's a master of disguise. And unless you roll real well on perception and get a good look at this guy, you know what? I should probably be showing you pictures of each guy.
We can see them in the.
Oh yeah, all right. So he could come out of anywhere. Then you have the twin sisters, born 600 something years ago. They call them the Twin Fangs. Mio and Maya. Maya, the first twin of the snakes and master of the old gods of Mist Village. Her expertise lies in spear work, decay, and poison arts. Her sister, second twin of the snakes and lord of the under gods of Mist Village. She's a master of old magic and whip arts. And Mia and Mio are why do I do this to myself? Are always at the hot springs and will never move. That said, they are always heavily guarded, and Koba has a thing for them, so sometimes he will just show up to drink with them. Then you have last on the list, the Muscle, Koba, leader of the Defense Corps and leader of the House of Itami of Mist. He is known for his raw power and size. His skills are brawling and a combat tactic known as Stone Form. Koba is always drunk and almost never stops drinking, and he never leaves Ito Castle unless he is going to see the twins. These things are all very important for you to keep track of, so I'm going to leave that in a way so you can keep seeing it, hopefully.
I have a question, because I keep forgetting.
Yep.
Which of the one would Kane know the name of? I keep forgetting.
Oh, Shishio, the leader, would have contacted your family.
Alrighty. Could I do a Wait, no, there's no history checks now. Never mind.
Society.
Could I do a
check,
society
basically.
check on that guy at some point?
Okay, I got it. I figured out how to do it. Config ownership, all. All right. So inside the
Council.
did I spell it wrong?
It's with an I.
Dude, I put a lot of fucking, like, spell check on this shit, and the spell check gets stuff wrong, too, sometimes, and it's fucking hilarious. Like, you know how I'm reading my notes and sometimes I get lost? It's because the spell check changed the structure of the sentence that I wrote, and I'm like, what? My grammar is shit, dude. That's all there is to it. If there's anything else I can tell you, and you have questions for, I will gladly tell you. But know that I'll be with you for all of this.
The thing that you showed us has the hidden stuff revealed.
Stop looking. Really? Oh my god, that is so fucking annoying, dude. Because it.
Yeah, I think because since you made us owners of it, it probably changed your privilege to see that.
All right, let me change it from owner to observer. Take a look now. Please, nobody read any of that stuff.
Yep, no, it's hidden now. You're good.
Because all of that stuff is important to mechanics, and I basically broke it if any of you read any of that.
Could I do that society check?
Yeah, what were you checking? My bad.
I want to see if Kane knows anything else about that guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll society. When did your father hang you, by the way? That's a statement I never thought I'd say.
Say like maybe a month or so before he turned 18.
How, like a month before the campaign began? Couple months?
Yeah, a couple months before the campaign. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, you know what? We'll say 1 year before the campaign began. That works because you'd be wandering around for a while, and it makes sense. All right, go ahead and give me the roll.
Society.
So these vampires and werewolves, are we going to need particular special equipment to kill them?
When it comes to the vampires, and this is just a retcon from last week, when you destroy them and they turn into mist, because it will happen whenever you kill one of them, you will need direct sunlight or a magical spell of sunlight related to disperse the mist. As for the vampire, the werewolves, silver would be better, I believe, but it's not a concern. You can just murder them, straight up murk them, and it won't matter. And that's because I'm not sure if Pathfinder does a thing where like werewolf type creatures are hurt by that. I'll have to take a look at the creatures right now.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah. But I didn't use werewolves for every single creature. I like built the creatures around. So the werewolves might not be of that thing. Yeah, I'll double check that by then anyway, because you're not going to run into a bunch of these things right away. Is there anything else you wish to discuss?
Yes.
What is that?
So as far I've been listening, but I may have missed a few things. Our goal is to take down the 7.
The goal, I guess, would be for Zahn to take back his village, but to do that, you'd have to take down the 7 or eliminate Shishio. The problem with trying to eliminate Shishio without taking out the 7 is that you run the risk of having other members show up. And I already don't know if you're capable of taking out the Shishio on your own. Having to fight him and his men together might be a huge mistake. But if you wish to free the village, they will have to be removed. And this is what Axel goes, well, have a good day, Zahn.
I don't know if I should be in character or out of character for this, but I'm wondering if there is a way that I can communicate with Leo to ask for guidance.
Oh, yes. I've been waiting for you to do this forever, my friend. You can commune with Leo, all right? When you go to sleep tonight during this thing, you can roll before you crash a religion to see if you can contact Leo, and then from there Leo will talk to you. All right?
All right. Yep.
Yeah. Raven will turn to Axel. Like, you seem like the type that would know how to deal with vampires. Do you have anything that would be able to create sunlight in your repertoire, or some other way of striking them down for good?
I honestly had no idea vampires were a part of this. That's out of character, sorry.
Destin, you're learned in books.
And yeah, did you
Anything that you would be able to create to help us with vampires?
I'm going to say this out of character. I never actually took formulas for my magical crafting feat.
It's the most unprepared group in the history of unprepared group.
We had no idea we're going up against vampires.
You're not supposed to know what you're going up against. That's the whole point of D&D.
Fair enough.
But remember, you did know Zahn was a vampire.
Oh, we did? Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he drained a couple people. Like, it's not really my area of expertise, sir, but I've always heard that magic and silver are fairly generally fairly effective.
Does sunlight strike the village during the day, or is there some kind of evil powered cloud
when they're
hanging over it?
not devastated or weakened, the sunlight doesn't hurt them. It may hurt them more, but they can travel around in form during the sun. The issue is when you shatter them into their mist form, the sun will irradiate away the mist and finish them off. Or if you were to put one to the point of death, the sun would be enough to kill them.
So we just have to attack them during the day.
Day or night doesn't matter, other than the fact that they might be stronger at night, but also the village is in mist and rain a lot. The village itself is covered in mist.
Damn it, that's what I was hoping would not be the case.
But realistically, what I'm saying to you as a DM note is that they are powerful enough to fight out in the sun, but if you weaken them to the point where they are defeated and they don't have any power left, they are not going to be able to slink away because the sun will finish them off.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can use burst of sunlight magic, like direct beams and shit, to actually fuck them up. So, like, radiant magic will fuck them up.
Oh, is there a way that I can do radiant damage?
I believe you do have at least one radiant damage spell. Let's see.
I think at least one should be like significantly underselling that.
Well, picking spells, he didn't pick any radiant spell damage spells.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't pick any of these spells.
Yeah, I know. So, out of fairness, I will allow you to drop one spell from each rank, if you wish, and put something in as radiant, and I can find a radiant for you.
Force damage.
So I can drop protection and then add a radiant spell for you if you'd like. Let's see. Spell divine. There's got to be radiant damage level 1 of some sort. Is radiant even a I don't know if radiant's actually a damage in this game. I think it's good.
It might be. It's either good or positive, because I know like heal it does positive damage to undead.
Yeah, you could use positive against them. I would allow that. You could use healing spells to deal damage. Because this game is a lot more complex in regard to, like, if I look at one of these vampire creatures that I have. Alright, he's a vampire. His resistances are to physical damage, unless it's magical or silvered. So anything like that, if you use magical damage, he'll take the damage. If you use silvered, he'd take damage. And you can find stuff like this within the village, too. You might be able to learn new spells, too, within the village. I've set up stuff for that sort of thing.
Okay. Alright. Where can I look at to find spells for Pathfinder?
I can give you a website, but you can also look in-game, too. If you double-click on your character sheet...
Yeah.
And
I'll be back in a moment.
Go into your spells list, right?
Yeah.
See where it says spell preparation?
Yeah.
Click on that. That's going to open this little box thing right here. Now, if you click on one of the magnifying glasses, you see how it says like rank 1 and it says defense, range, and all that?
Yep.
Click on the little magnifying glass and it's going to open up this giant thing. That's where all the spells are. On the left is your filters, so you can like click rank 2 and it will only show you rank 2 spells and such. And that's where you can find all the spells.
Okay.
There's a lot of spells though, but now you have the time, and I'll also send you a website to look to at the end of the night.
Quick
All right.
question.
There's a fuck ton more in this than there are on D&D. What's up?
Are you supposed to have as many spells as spell slots?
About.
The
It
way
might
your class
vary
works,
greatly.
yes.
Okay, I think I might have missed some spells.
No, you have 4. The ones on the bottom are not spell slots, dude. You have
Yeah, no, I know. I have 4 spell slots in second rank, but I only have 2 second level spells.
I think there's another reason behind that. And let me take a look.
What class are you?
Oh, wait!
Sorcerer.
No, because I made you a hybrid, dude. That's why. You
Okay.
were built as a hybrid. If you want to rebuild your
Gotcha.
character, you come back to me, and we can rebuild your character before next session.
All right, cool.
Because everybody else has been rebuilding the character to fit more in the Pathfinder rule set, so we can do that.
Gotcha.
All
Cool.
right. So, is anybody else have any other questions of her?
I'm back.
Because if not, we're going to do the roll. The roll.
The roll.
Well, you guys are going to sleep, so we got to do the roll.
Oh,
We're doing
God.
the roll and then also Bazinga's thing.
That's what Bazinga's roll is.
I was talking about Axel's roll.
Oh, okay. Alright, you were at level 1, I believe. Right? Yeah, you went back to level 1. Alright, so, as you guys nestle into to sleep, she says to you, as long as we get there early tomorrow, I can stay here and help you on your way there without them getting suspicious. Now,
We're heading out in the morning, so we should be good.
Bazinga.
Yeah.
Bazinga? Oh,
Bazinga, you're muted if you're
God damn it.
not aware.
Yeah, in Discord.
Damn it! I was so ready for this! Okay, I'll roll the roll secretly. So you won't even know. Alright, this is good. That's good. Now let's do the other one. Okay, alright. Okay. Bazinga has moved up to rank 2. As he tosses and turns angrily in the night. As morning comes. Well, it should have. Blop, 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 blop. Come on, sunlight. There we go. As you guys come to in the morning to a noise at your door. Someone knocking.
What about Axel's roll?
Oh, that's right, Axel. Please tell me he's here.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Axel, go ahead and roll me a religion.
Sorry about that.
Oh, now he shows up after I already did the rolls.
I had to go pee really bad.
Well, just so you know, you are
you're
now
dead
ranked.
now.
You're now up to 2.
Sorry.
Wasn't I up to 2 before?
No, you went down 1. Something happened where you went down 1.
Oh, okay.
All right,
We fed him colder water.
all right, go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah.
In the chat window, you see that little picture of yourself and the little dice next to it. Just click on that. JD. There you go.
Yep.
All right. So as everybody goes to sleep, you prepare to commune with Leo. What do you do to set this up? Like, how do you put maybe a shrine or something as you sit down to start this meditation?
3 candles.
So you light up.
I don't know if I have candles on me, but
We'll
I'll
say.
pretend like I do.
We'll say you have
I
a
imagine
special.
he would.
Yeah, we'll say you have a special. Not just a candle. You have a special, like, never-ending candle. That's a little
Okay.
holy candle you carry with you. So you light this thing up. What do you say to your god as you try to talk to him? Hey, yo.
Leo, I need guidance. The party that I am with is caught into some trouble. My mission is to heal, but it seems like I'm I'm taking life rather than healing it. Do you have any guidance for me?
Axel, my dear, dear son. Not really a son, but you know what I mean. Remember that your goal is to heal the world, and thus heal all life within it. The evil you confront does nothing but destroy. And although I wish you wouldn't have to deal damage and hurt people or things, you must understand that in order to stop the misery of this world, someone has to pick up that burden onto their own shoulders. I can't tell you exactly what to do, but just know I believe you know what's right, and you understand that sometimes you have to carry a big fucking hammer.
I don't mind carrying the big hammer, but talking to people, how do I do that?
Talking to people?
Yeah.
Oh. Hang on, let me... You know what? Perhaps Mrs. Leo would be better at this. No, he goes, just be confident in what you say. And if they don't like what you say, who cares?
Fuck them.
You're
Right.
Well, that's why I have the big hammer.
Wait, what? Yeah, that's what
I said that's why I have the big hammer. Okay.
Yes, but also keep in mind that if you're confident in yourself, then you believe what you say is right. And if you believe what you're saying is right, and you're willing to learn when you're not right, then the people who refuse to listen to you just need to have their eyes opened. Because I believe that you're smart enough to tell people the truth and to what they need to do. You know, a situation comes along where a person needs guidance, I believe your word is enough to guide them. And if they're not willing to listen, then that just means they haven't woken up yet. And that goes especially for your friend Zahn.
They need
I
to be
nod.
woken up with the hammer.
With eyes wide open.
Also, my friend, I worry for your friend Malcolm. There is darkness gripping him. But if you try to remove it now, it will almost definitely kill him. And it's like, doo-doo, as he fades away.
Oh, so I can't.
No, you can. If you got something else, go ahead. I'm just fucking around.
Is there anything I can do for him?
It's going to require much more magical power that even you have alone to do something about it.
How urgent is this?
His will is strong and he's been fighting it for a long time. But it could be within days if his will breaks. It could be months if his will doesn't break. I can't give you an exact date because...
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Mainly because it depends on how bad he fucks his rolls or whatnot.
So he doesn't know this, right? This is just between me and Leo.
Yeah, Malcolm doesn't know that he's in the grips of anything. He thinks he's fine. Other than the voices in his own head, but he doesn't believe it's like, you know what I mean? The voices in his head telling him to come to die and shit. Is there anything else you have for me?
Not at this time. Thank you for your time.
As your commune fades, you hear in the background noises that don't seem normal to your conversations with Leo, and then poof, and you hear no more commune.
Can I try to figure out what I heard? or is it just like a whatever thing?
You can roll a perception, but it's going to be a very high DC. It's going to be a 25. I can send it to you. I want to learn to use this.
This is when you nat 20 that shit.
Go ahead and roll. You can't quite make out what it is you heard, just that it seemed a little different than what you normally hear.
Can I tell if it's dark?
No, because your roll was too low.
Okay.
Just odd sounds.
All right.
Just plant those seeds. So as you guys wake up in the morning, I'm going to give you one last chance, and then we're going to move on. If there's anything else anybody wishes to do. All right.
I would like to talk to Malcolm one-on-one, if possible.
Yeah, and we can even do that on the. We can do that as
While we're walking.
Yeah, like a
or
carriage,
whatever. Yeah.
like a carriage ride. Let me get your wagon back up. Because I like putting the wagon out on the map, motherfuckers.
Don't like putting the wagon out on the map. You like when you get to press a button and everyone just tumbles into it.
Actually, I love the whole wagon setup because of the way the lighting works with it. It's so fucking cool. Alright, let me find my fog thing. Oh, dude, why can't I see the fog thing? Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. We have too many players. The player box is making it impossible for me to click on the goddamn fog thing.
Just move the screen around? Or
No.
Oh wait, no, is it like part of the UI?
Yeah, I want to delete the fog. Okay, I can't even shut it off because of that.
That's weird because for me it moves any icons that will be obscured.
Hang on, I got it.
up.
I got it. I found a way to do it. Let me make this brush size bigger. There it is. I couldn't find where the fucking village was supposed to be. All right. Okay. So as the wagon starts making its way down towards the forest, the rotting and dead forest, you start to notice that the once dead and falling apart forest looks to have a little life growing. You see little sprouts coming out of certain areas, and the disgusting, like, miasma that you saw spreading around this region is slowly starting to fade away. As you do this, Axel walks up and sits next to Malcolm. Take it away, Axel.
So I get pretty close to him and say, "Hey, Malcolm, I need to talk to you."
Hey, y'all, Axel, what's up?
I'm not very good in conversation, so I'll cut to the chase. You're afflicted by something. You may know, you may not know. Hearing voices in your head is not normal.
What are y'all talking? Voices inside my head.
Not normal. I fucking love it.
I got no voices inside my head.
I look straight into his eyes and say, "I need you to keep holding on." And then I walk away.
All right, hold up.
Can we make a roll to see if my inside talks for me?
We're
without me knowing?
we're gonna we're gonna have Axel roll. So let me start with Axel. Let me. God damn it! I hate when this happens. All right, open this. I'm gonna start with just Axel. All right, so Axel, we're gonna have you roll a diplomacy on him. Okay. Malcolm, your will DC. All right. So he says this to you, and he doesn't get through enough for you to admit that he's actually right. You know he's right, but you're not being conflicted enough to tell him that he's right, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Now go ahead and roll a willpower to see if you can keep the inner evil thing from being the one that responds.
All right, how do I get that board back up?
Hang on.
Oh, I got it. A will?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Will save.
Will saving throw.
All right.
I can always just send it to you, so no matter. You fail to control it, so you will be responding with the evil side of you.
All right. My head turns in a weird direction, and I go, "Stay away! You had no control. You will not win." And then I pass out.
My eyes light up, and now I know exactly what Leo was talking about. I don't say that, of course. It just what I'm thinking.
You go over to the other side of the wagon and you go, "Yo, that dude fucked." Boys, we gotta do something. That guy, look, his head turned backwards. He spit pea soup at me and passed out.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I guess I'm gonna announce to the group that that he needs like some real shit. Like I can't cure whatever he's got, and if I tried, I'd kill him. So in the midst of trying to save the village, we need to be on the lookout for like a healer or something. Would I even know like what he would need?
And I'm blanking on the spell name, so give me a second. Just give me 1 second. I think it would be under a form of restoration.
How soon do I wake back up?
I'm assuming some kind of dispel curse of some sort.
Because I don't know much about this sort of stuff. I would say that you would need to use Dispel Magic to break the thing, but the Dispel Magic would be much stronger than what you have now. Of what you could have now. So, like, for example, of Dispel Magic... Dispel Magic is a level 2 spell, but I would say that it would have to be heightened and be like a cast on a level 5 or 6 slot. So you would either need to find someone of a higher quality or figure out a way to boost your magical power. And keep in mind that this is Pathfinder, it's D&D shit, so if you guys want to stop somewhere to confront this demon and decide that you're going to try to rip this staff from him and use multiple characters to try and cast this, to dispel this curse from him in a ritual, we would just RP that ritual out and I'd have multiple people roll and we'd combine your strength levels to try and do it.
Oh, okay.
Because I would use it as an RP situation because you don't have the tools to do it necessarily. I would build an RP around you setting up a fucking ritual, cutting some blood, putting some blood in a cup or something, whatever crazy shit you want to do in an attempt to draw this thing out of Bazinga. And we'll get to that when the time comes, which means I just signed myself up to make a new map. Anyway, another hour passes as the cart rolls, and Bazinga, you finally wake up.
Man, what the heck happened? I don't remember falling asleep.
Also, if you guys
Hey,
want to,
Axel!
if you guys want to respond to Axel telling you that, here's your chance. Okay.
Well, I don't see. I mean, I might be able to help out with any dispelling of magic, but I'm not any stronger than you are when it comes to magic. So
You want me to step in? I got magic aplenty.
Is she just gonna be like, although I understand your concern for your friend, keep in mind, you guys have 5 to 6 days. If you stop to do this, this may cost you a day.
I nod and I say, we don't know how much time we have until we lose him.
You know,
If we don't
I think.
stop, it could cost us everything.
Are you sure he can't hold on with his little buddy a little longer?
His little buddy.
I scoot myself on over to them. What y'all talking about? What happened, Daxel? Why'd I fall asleep? Did you bop me on the head or something? And my last question is, how long we got left to do this? Because I want to see my baby. When am I going to be able to see my baby born?
What do you sound like you're drunk? Like you woke up drunk.
Yeah, I just woke up.
Probably the equivalent of very hungover.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta get going. Come on.
What the hell is going on?
She,
All right, so do you want me to explain it to him?
if you say you have the time, that's up to you. If you want to explain it to him, that's perfectly fine. I would say to you, from a DM perspective, you guys could also try and help manipulate while he sleeps using magical stuff to try and make it easier for him to succeed in the roles that he's taking, so that you don't have to do the ritual right now to free him. There are things you can do to try and make it harder for that thing to take over any more than it already has, if you wish.
I think we should just stick with the mission at hand, fellas.
And if you also want to explain it to him, feel free. Because that all plays a part.
I'm gonna explain to Malcolm that he has, I guess, a demon inside of him.
Yeah, emanating
that's
from the staff.
From the staff. And it is slowly but surely taking over him. And will consume him if he doesn't withstand it, I guess.
Yo, I can't with
Wha-
y'all's bullshit.
What in the hell? What? Don, this is all your fault.
Of
Wow.
course, it's fucking
First we're
Don's
gonna
fault.
die. Now I have to go and get this staff. Oh, I don't know what to do.
Well,
You
I'm
don't know
going to
what
tell you
to
what
do.
to do. If you want to see your baby, you're not going to give in to the demon. Is that clear?
That's the plan.
Okay, let's get going.
Really?
Finally.
Yep.
Aye, Captain.
Y'all want my opinion? I'd say that we took fucking plenty long enough.
I love it. Look, bad. That's a bad Malcolm. Okay, let's go.
My precious.
All right, so you're gonna finish this course of action, hope nothing blows up in your face, and take care of it after.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
All right. So remember ahead of time, every time you guys take a rest, feel free to talk and see if you can come up with a way to maybe help him. I'm flexible with stuff. These are just things that you learn as you play D&D. You can come up with ways to try and help him through his sleep at night to make sure this shit doesn't happen. Okay.
Well, I wonder if I can sleep with him.
He
Never
has
mind.
a wife.
Whoa! No, you've got the wrong idea.
Not,
I think
not that way.
I think what he means is like kind of like how he communes with Leo, like invade his mind and dreams to try and help him.
Yeah, exactly. And penetrate his. Wait, what?
All right, I'm
Glad you thought about it.
All right, I'm getting ready. I'm putting people on the map. We're gonna take a 2-minute for bathroom and then we'll start this shit.
Honestly, like insane to me that Malcolm is the only character who is confirmed to have a wife, and yet he's the one who has the gayest shit spoken about with him.
Hey,
It's just funny. It's
I guess
just
I'll
funny.
do some
Like,
nude yoga while we wait.
You need to understand that this all dates back to when JD smashed Bazinga's face with his balls in the very first campaign.
all right, but in fairness,
actually, wasn't it the other way around?
bad.
Bazinga smashed JD.
Was it?
I thought it was
Definitely not. Definitely not. Nope, that didn't happen. Fake news.
I think it did. I think was that big
I
rock
think
star
I remember
dude.
a demon jester named Bazinga trying to jump over.
Oh,
Leo.
Bazingles.
Bad
Oh my
Zingles.
god.
Balzinga.
Bazingle. Yeah, Balzinga.
Ball Zinga, that's what it was. Oh, dude, I love it. I
He's
love
not
all of
the
it.
only one.
Okay.
Kane had a girlfriend for
So-
a while.
All right, I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick. Everybody who needs to use the bathroom, and then we're gonna start. You guys can see the map. You need to get by the front gates and into the city without causing a scene or cause a scene. It's depending on how you guys want to do it. All right.
I can play dead.
How's that gonna get you inside?
Carry me.
What, you think they're gonna accept a bunch of outsiders carrying the dead body through the gates and more likely?
Fair.
Okay, did anybody else leave, or am I the only fucking one?
I've been here the whole time.
Did you know your brother started referring to himself as the Mole King because he had to sit in a chair at work?
Wait, for real?
Yeah. I was like, what? He was like, I'm the Mole King. I was like, what? I guess him and Molly came up with it or something. Because his hips been bothering him.
Checks out that Molly would refer to him as the Mole King.
Everything checks out with Molly. I've
It
tried
really
to
does.
I have tried to convince her to play D&D 1,000 times, and she won't do it. But she says she plays D&D. And I'm just like, oh man, she'd have fun. It's probably because she thinks I'm a terrible person. Alright, so who's missing? Who didn't? Did anybody go anywhere?
Based on the fact that it's been literally just the two of us talking, I'm assuming everyone else left.
Oh, come on. See? We have situations where people literally just don't say anything, dude. Even though they're here.
But the thing is, the best way to get someone to give you correct information is to say incorrect information, like everyone else is gone, there's no one else here. And they'll correct me if they're actually here.
Yeah, fair. I'm back, by the way.
Alright, well, he was the only one that seemed muted, so I'm gonna guess we're ready to go.
I'm eating food, so.
You know, I just realized everybody has about the same AC. It's mainly because like Nate hasn't bothered to buy new armor, or else he'd have it because he can wear plate, so he'd be up on you guys with plate. And that
Oh yeah,
will,
good point. I don't think about that because this is the first time playing like a character that can take that kind of armor.
Yeah, and then also keep it like it's gonna spread out anyway because like I'm pretty sure unarmored defense is never going to be as high. For like, so example, when Kane hits level 20, he's not going to have mastery of unarmed combat. Like Nate's level 20 armor is going to be insane. I'm going to skip that.
Well,
41.
master is +8 plus level.
Yeah,
So at level 20 would be +28. And then whatever the armor has naturally.
Yeah. All right,
Which I don't think the armor bonus is actually ever that insane.
I think the difference between heavy armor and light armor is whether you're prioritizing strength or dex. Because heavy armor,
Yeah, that's literally it.
penalties, while light armor has a higher dexterity cap.
Yeah.
So I think both.
But
can
light
scale.
armor also gives you basically nothing on top of your dexterity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. If you're for example, Kane, he wears unarmored. He's unarmored. He can't wear any armor, which means he can never get the armor engravements onto his armor. That's going to give him more. If Nate engraves his armor,
there are like non-armor clothes that you can wear, and you might
but
be able to
they
enchant
don't
them.
they don't count towards the engravement thing.
You sure?
I'm almost
I think
positive
it
that
might.
you cannot put an engravement on that unless you have like a specific monk robes or something like that.
There's definitely like I keep coming across like hand wraps of mighty blows, which
Yeah.
are specifically so you can benefit from runes with well, what's the word? Melee strikes, unarmed attacks. That's
Yes, those are melee, but again, you need a piece
But
of
we're talking about armor
Yeah.
specifically.
you need a
Yeah.
piece.
So here, I'm gonna go look some up.
There probably are some unarmored variants that have like the ability to put runes on, but I would assume that there's like certain restrictions on what runes you can put
Yeah,
on
because
them.
the point being is that if you equip any piece of equipment that is considered armor, even if it's like not registered as an armor thing, it automatically takes away from your unarmored defense. You cannot wear anything to get the unarmored defense bonus. Unless it's a specific piece of equipment like a monk and monk robes. The point I'm trying to make is, let me put, look, Kane at level 20. His armor is 38, all right? No bonuses at level 20 with unarmed, with his unarmored at level 20.
Yeah. So like explorer's clothing, it's not armor and uses your unarmored defense proficiency. It has a dex cap and can grant an item bonus to AC if etched with potency runes.
That's a specific type, though. It's not for
Yeah, but
every...
it's like, it's readily available. Like anyone can buy it as long as you make it available.
Then I stand corrected. But either way, my point still stands about the things because, for example, the unarmored defense only goes up to expert on Kane at level 20.
That might just be a difference between marshals and casters.
Well, it's a difference between the classes. That's my point. When Nate reaches max level, he's going to have 41 AC on his own without the bonuses of plate armor, which is like a +5 or something, depending on what kind you get. So his armor will be almost 10 higher than everyone else at that point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I'm saying.
That is a
Like,
pretty
there
huge
is a difference between heavy
Assuming
and
we
light.
survive to that point.
Yeah. Is everybody back?
I'm here.
I'm back.
I never left.
So you guys roll up to the gates of the Mist Village, and she just says, all right, before we make our way in, you'll see that there's already some people moving in and out. Zahn, you need to change your look 100% because they know what you look like. So you guys have to do something with him. The rest of you, they don't really know what you look like. So if you just don't get suspicious and stay calm, we should be all right.
I beg your pardon. I might need to do a little something.
Oh, that's right. They know what you look like from that incident.
What do you mean?
When when this all started, it was because Nate and you got caught out in the middle of the night in that city, and you witnessed a murdering.
That too, but even dead, he is somewhat of a dead ringer.
What?
He looks just like his dad.
Well, that might work in your benefit too. Either way, figure it out, and I'll try to grease the wheels. I'm gonna go on ahead so they don't think I'm with you. As she moves up and walks her way in.
Shit.
How are you guys proceeding?
All I got is some foundation.
But God, I've never had to disguise someone before.
What's invested mean?
You can invest into like 9 pieces of equipment, and when you're invested in it, you get the bonuses of whatever magical stuff applies to it. It's like attunement.
It's attunement.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I have a hat of disguise.
Since you are a beginner, we'll say you did that over the ride over here. If you wish to be invested into that.
Well, it says it's already invested.
Yeah, no, you have to make the crystal blue to make it invested.
I had no idea what that was. Okay.
Oh.
Well, I thought it meant it was like bound to me.
Yeah, that's what it means.
All right.
But it also means you gain access to the spell. I mean, to the use of it.
I mean, y'all wouldn't happen to have any wigs under them hats you all wearing, right?
Weren't you buying supplies back at the Elven store?
I was buying supplies that will make me look more alive, but that's kind of not. That's like the opposite of what.
I mean, does Zahn look like he's half dead because he's a vampire?
What I'm saying is, the more alive I look, the more recognizable I look.
Okay, but you're not the problem here. Zahn is, right?
No, they know what he. They know 2 things. They know what he looks like from that incident in the streets way back near the beginning of the campaign.
Right.
And 2, because he looks a lot like his father, they might recognize him since his father has dealings with Shishio.
Right. I forgot about the incident. Oh, we got to get the sword. Like, Zahn, can you hide your sword somehow? Like, if they see the sword, then it's game over.
Very true. But they can also sense the sword.
They can't sense the sword.
Well, the other swords can sense that sword.
Yes, but you don't know who's using the other swords. You don't even know if they're still here right now. You know nothing about that. What you do know is that you have a sheath that covers the sword that you've always had.
Yes.
Like, you basically just sheath the thing, and unless you draw it, no one will notice what it is.
Very true. Yeah. No.
So that's not an issue. He just needs to be disguised in some way, or snuck in somehow. But I will tell you, the longer you sit here, the more likely guards will come over and ask you what the fuck you're doing.
Oh my God.
So get a plan, boys.
Hey,
What if we
anybody
fake-
thirsty?
What?
I could really use a drink.
Actually,
Okay.
you're among friends. Just say what you want to say.
I want to go get a drink. Because we need to start moving.
Oh, you're being literal. Okay.
He's just gonna walk in. Is what's he saying? He's just gonna walk in if you don't hurry up.
I was gonna say, what if we bring in Zahn as if he was already dead?
They would probably.
Then they're
wanna
gonna take his body and they're going to.
And then
Yeah.
You're gonna
They're gonna
ambush 1,000 people plus the 7.
I think we're
Nah.
fucked either way, aren't we?
Do that.
Okay. Worst case scenario, I can make Zahn invisible and we can sneak him in that way. But we're still gonna need a disguise if he's gonna be roaming around the city.
We can worry more about disguise once we're inside, if we have to.
Or he
Why
can
don't
just
we-
stick to the shadows and not let anyone see him. All right.
Why don't we go to an inn and get a room for him until we can figure it out?
That is a good
All right,
suggestion.
well-
That's the first idea. All right. You and all targets, except for. So you're making everyone invisible?
No, so it says any number of. So I'm just making Zalin invisible,
Okay.
and I guess
I'm assuming
myself-
Kane as well.
Yeah, Kane, do you wanna sneak in invisible?
Yes, please.
All right.
Okay, so-
The rest of you do we want to sneak in all invisible, or do the rest of us want to like?
I can
say
tell
we're
you
here on
now,
business.
it is much more risky if every one of you are being rolled against.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my concern.
I don't want to be invisible.
Listen, why don't y'all just
The sound of
try
footsteps is
to-
less suspicious when there's already people walking.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is my thought as well.
When you're expecting
Just-
people to be walking by.
If
Well, I
someone
could-
talks to you, don't fuck it up.
I could,
Yeah, 'cause
I could use
realis-
my hat of disguise.
Realistically, you guys might want to create a diversion while they're moving in anyway.
Yep.
All right, so you.
All right.
All right, so you
So
guys.
Kane and Zon, and I think I have to be invisible because it doesn't really give me a choice on that matter.
Okay. So you three move forward. Put you.
No,
three
we're
right
all
here.
moving as a group. We're like mingling in between them, or like trying
Okay.
to stick close to them.
Okay.
So we don't give our position
All
away.
Halt! Who goes there? So you know, I'm about to roll perception on these bitches to see if they sense anything.
Say something, you idiots.
Oh my god, dude! The first roll was a 26.
Ooh.
I would give you guys a chance to distract him before he notices anything, because he's looking. His dog is growling.
My name is Destin, sir. We were just passing through, and we were hoping to find a place to rest for the night, sir.
What is it, boy? What is it? He steps forward. He kind of looks around, suspicious.
Howdy there. You got an inn? You have an inn here somewhere?
Go ahead and roll to see if you get his attention, because he's looking around. The dog is kind of losing its shit.
What do I roll?
Well, first tell me how you would gain his attention.
Hey, y'all, sorry, I'm looking for a place to stay. Me and this little guy right here.
Diplomacy, then, dude. Dude, what a fucking starting roll. What?
bad.
What? Can't you see I'm working? What? Calm down, boy.
I'm sorry, sir. I take my hat off, put it on my chest. I'm sorry, sir. We've been walking for a very long time. We're just trying to find a place to stay.
Do you have anything to declare?
I
Bring any
declare
fruits or
that
vegetables?
Destin, you got anything, buddy?
What was the question? Sorry, I missed it.
It has to be any fruits or vegetables or anything to declare.
Destin does have rations in his bag.
Dude, just
but,
all right, Destin.
Why the fuck is he asking this question?
Because it's kind of like a border check. You have rations in your bag?
Yeah.
All right.
It's in a bag of holding.
The dog is sniffing around, trying to like nervously figure stuff out. You can attempt to pull the.
I'm going to bring that, bring out the rations that I have with me. It's just rations for travel, sir. And I also have a bottle of whiskey.
All right. The dog is,
and
The dog is gonna roll against. All right. The dog isn't able to resist and rips the rations out of your hand. And the guard's like, "Oh, that must be what spooked him." And the dog just starts gnawing on the rations.
I'm not going to mention the fact that they were in a bag of holding.
You said you pulled them out.
I did. But
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not mentioning that they were in a bag of holding because a bag of holding might not actually alert the dog.
Don't say that.
Well, that's why I'm not saying it.
All right. The guy goes, "Move up to inspection." This way.
All right. Let's all go. Let's go.
And then he points.
Yep.
Group magical inspection. He points over to the other guards. I'm gonna move the whole group up. Halt. Sir, magical inspection. God damn. As this other captain comes walking down. Okay. Move, you fool, move. I am Captain Mist of the Imperial Guard. If you wish to enter the village, you will be subject to magical inspection. Each one of you will step forward one at a time, and I shall test to see if there's any magic upon all of you. One of you step forward.
I'll step forward.
Okay. Hang on a second.
While all of this is going on, Raven will be casting message to the other two just so that we can communicate silently. What do you guys think? Should we just book it if he spots something weird?
So it says I have a shield. Can I accidentally drop that while we're being inspected?
Why would you?
Because everybody to get confused and they can run off in between it.
If you want to do that, but you don't need to do that yet. Nothing has happened yet.
Okay.
So,
what's the word I'm looking for here?
Distraction.
Distraction. That's right.
Right, who's going
Yeah.
first on the magical inspection? You will step up to here.
Axel said he
I
was.
think
Right?
Axel said he was going to.
Step forward, Axel. Step forward.
Can you guys not hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. I just wasn't.
Okay.
Step forward. As he lays his hand out on you and starts going over to check you for magical enchantments. You seem to be carrying a few magical items, is this correct?
Yep.
None of these seem of too much concern. You may pass.
Thank you, sir.
Just step up there. Next.
Instant steps forward. I have a number of magical items on me, sir. And Destin goes down the list of like 14 different things he has that are magical. The staff of Elderwood, the striking rapier pistol, the armor suit,
Okay.
barkskin potion.
If
There's a
while-
lot of stuff here.
If one of
While
you
Destin is going down that list, Raven's gonna tug at the other two, like, let's go. Now's our chance.
Destin is not going to mention that it's a bag of holding.
I'm gonna warn you, the more of you that try to go at once during this, the easier it will be for him to notice you. If one of you goes at a time, it'll be much easier to get through.
The issue is the spell I used. We have to stay within 10 feet of.
I'm just
me.
letting you know. So all three of you are gonna try to make a creep through here.
I can try and position myself so that we can like.
Well, you can also
Sneak
have
in.
other diversions, but all right. So Destin, you're just rattling off shit, and he's like, he can't get a word in. He's like, sir, and you just.
I'm showing him the items like one at a time and just explaining, like not going into too much detail, but like giving
Showing
just
it
a
really
basic
close to
rundown.
his face.
All right,
Like,
You know,
yeah,
I
like
got
this.
this thing at this time, and you know what it does? You ever seen it before?
stealth, stealth check from the three people moving in.
Oh fuck.
No, here we go. That's... Yes, please use.
One left.
Alright.
Let's take a look. Here we go. Dude, he rolled a fucking 2. Holy shit.
Ah. So I don't have to drop my shield.
All right, so you guys scatter through here real quick. As
Yep.
you're doing that,
And,
the guard's like, enough, you fool! Christ, how do you have so much useless crap? You may pass.
I'm like, you have no idea.
He said I can pass?
Yep.
Alright.
I'll
Destin's going to kind of shy backwards and then, like, leave as he says that.
Raven continues messaging to the ones that aren't invisible. We're past that guy. Don't try to look at this to yourself.
Bazinga.
Oh, wait, hold on. This might be a thing.
He might be fucked.
But then you
Bazinga.
can start going on about like his family be that guy like pulls out like his little photo album out of his wallet.
I need you to roll me a will to see if the evil in you takes. All right, so the evil in you takes control in this moment to basically shelter you and control the magic that is holding you. In other words, he's dispelling the dispel magic without the guy noticing because you rolled that. All right? So to him, you're clear because of that. Had you rolled low, he wouldn't have been able to stop it, and then red flags.
Yeah.
You may pass.
All right, thank you, sir. I'm just gonna scoot on by now, okay? See you later. Have a good one.
Any trouble, and I'll kill you myself.
Sounds great. See you later.
Okay.
I like how it took, like, you guys forgot all about his thing until right after, and then you were like, oh yeah, he's got a magic effect on him permanently. All right. As we arrive, I'm just using this to make it easy for you guys to see everything. Now, the question I have to ask real quick, do you see the entire map? Or just certain sections? All right, well, let's go ahead and fix that real quick.
Okay, now we just see around the wagon and a bunch of doors.
And a bunch of doors.
There you go.
Okay, that revealed.
Do you see the
that's it.
icons next to the doors, though?
Yes.
Okay.
So some of them. There's a couple missing. I see the
Yeah,
Market
there's a few
Square and
missing.
the Hanzo Sporge.
Yeah.
Okay, that fixed it.
There you go. All right. So as you roll in, Sheeta goes, all right, this is the main square of the city, the center district of the entire place. As you said, you wanted an inn to figure this stuff out. That would be a place known as the White Lotus. But keep in mind, the White Lotus is controlled and run by the Twin Snakes. But if that's where you
good to
go,
know.
if you wish to go there, or I can take you to the old family house and we can set up camp there.
Yeah, let's go there, eh?
E.
Yeah, eh?
I didn't know I had some Canucks.
All right, so she directs you up to the old family home. Get you all on here. As you ride through the city, let me go back while you're in here and read this stuff. So we have like the lore in place and shit. Where the fuck is my hidden best? There we go. So as you ride through the city, you pass by a few areas. You pass by the market square, and she points out the market square is the commoner's market, as the villagers call it. Well populated and traveled. Can find just about anything if you look hard enough here. As you continue up the street, she's like, you'll notice the streets have these lights, like they look like poles with lights on top of them, but in this world you wouldn't really know what that is. They fill these with ether energy, and it allows the city to be brightened up. But also, when the city is attacked and there's a lockdown, they can magically enhance these lights so that if anybody that is marked, as in, like, they've committed a crime and they're being hunted, they will set off if they get too close to these lights, and they'll be able to hunt them down, making it very hard to run in the city. As you get further up, she points out that big building over there with the fire coming out of the top is Hanzo's forge. Hanzo's a very old man. He's been making weapons in this village since before your father was born, Zahn. He's one of the few people in this village who's loyal to your father to death. Hanzo's forge is the very best forge in all the land. Even the very rich outside of the village have heard of him and his works. This guy is like a key separatist that does not like the current situation. As the cart continues to ride up, you notice off to the north, up here, oh, that's right, I should probably show you the fucking map. My bad. Alright. You guys can still see it, right? I'm gonna start unclearing some stuff anyway. You notice towering over the area of the city, this massive fucking mountain up to the north up here. And she goes, that mountain up there is called Suribachi Mountain. That is where Shishio's main base of operation, and it's where the old castle keep was. That's the place we'll have to go eventually if it comes time to take out Shishio. And then the cart turns down a road and heads out to the west. And she points out, as you guys move into the western side of the map over here, a giant, like, structure. This is the Kabuki Theater. The Kabuki Theater is the heart of the entertainment in the Hidden Mist, and on just about any night you can find top-ranked officials here with the geisha escorts. Behind it, on top of a mountain, you see Edo Castle. Edo Castle, the old seat of power for a long-dead lost family of Zeram. These days, the palace is filled with the lowest killers in the village, led by Kuba the Butcher, as they call him. That used to be your father's keep. He didn't like staying in Mount Suribachi. Suribachi is more of a military place. You go there when you need to defend the city. He much preferred living in Edo Castle. And now it's just a home to the Den of Thieves. As the cart arrives at the house that you guys are heading into. In this house here is where I used to meet Zahn, and we used to hang out. It's a small place that your great-grandfather used to live in before the kingdom had giant castles and keeps and all that. This is where he used to live. And there's like multiple other like loyalists in here, a few of them, standing around you as you guys walk in.
I was about to say, who are these other guys around here?
They're your loyalists. Welcome. This is where I spend most of my time, and this is where we conduct our operations.
So at this point, I want to point out, because this is, I guess you could say, fairly uncomfortable for Zahn.
Yep.
So right now he's being very apprehensive, kind of looking at everybody, even the group, as if he doesn't trust anything around him.
Give me a will.
Wild Arms?
Give me a will save, Nate.
Okay.
By the group, do you mean the rest of us?
Yeah.
Nate, for the very first time in a very long time, Zahn is having trouble holding back his emotion. I'll let you choose what emotion he's expressing, but you're expressing emotions like you've never done in front of the group before during this situation. As you ride through this city, seeing places you recognize, but they look different, twisted. They don't look like they used to be when the village was peaceful. It looks more like military empire Japan instead of feudal empire Japan.
Yeah. I would say he gets very quiet because he doesn't say anything. He gets more of like very defensive. And puts his.
Yep. Go ahead.
No, and kind of like shields himself and kind of like walks away from the group like he doesn't trust anybody right now.
This is where we'll stay during this event. Have you guys given any thought to how you'll proceed?
Well, I think maybe we should talk to Hanzo, the sword guy.
That would be wise. We are on a time limit, but that would be wise. Perhaps scout? Try to gather information from multiple sections of the city? Before you make your move and decide who you're striking at? And how you plan on striking at them? Or just panic and say nothing?
Sorry, I'm a little confused.
Why?
The whole situation is just pretty confusing, not gonna lie, but just having a hard time following.
As a character or as a player?
Both.
What are you confused by?
I'm just a little lost at what we're doing at the moment, that's all.
You guys had to sneak in. Alright?
Okay.
Zahn, I would expect his goal is to free the village. You need to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, the way I understand it right now is we're trying to figure out how to pick fights with the seven so that we can take them on in a favorable situation.
Alrighty.
To avoid them overwhelming us all at once.
And the note I showed you before that you guys can still look at, the Council of Seven, explains to you the things they like to do and the places they like to go throughout the city to help you figure out how you want to do what you want to do. When you guys leave here, I'm going to make rolls based on the roll tables they have associated with them to determine where they are, and then I'll leave you guys to figure out how you go about your plan. Think of it like a living, breathing city. Right now, these people are traveling outside somewhere in this city. You are trying to figure out how to either take them out or get by them to take Shishio out. But you also have to be cautious not to fight a bunch of them all at once, because there's no way you're winning that fight. And also, you're in a situation... And this is very advanced D&D too, Mitch. Because this is for the first time I'm telling you to come up with a complete plan on how to react to a situation that you don't know enough details about, which means you guys have to RP how you're going to come up with details. Maybe you go talk to civilians, maybe you go scope out areas, but all of that is up to you, which makes it much harder for, this is advanced stuff.
Alright.
Because I'm not handing it all to you.
Well, first things first, I feel like if we're going to be moving around this place, we're gonna maybe need to look a little less, like us.
Or at least a little less violent. Like, this guy over here is carrying his rifle at all times.
Yeah.
I mean, I can stow that, even leave it behind for if I'm just going out for scouting.
Kinda need, a
Realist-
bit of Oh, sorry.
Realistically, anything we can do to not draw attention to ourselves until we're ready is a good idea.
Got anything
Got
that I
the
could use to cover up all of this?
I'm sure we could give you one of these black coats that my men are wearing. In fact, you could probably cover yourself up pretty good. You look like one of one of my guards.
I meant, no disrespect, ma'am. I meant more of my face than the rest of my body.
Didn't you bring a disguise kit?
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if I had the right tools, I could probably disguise you pretty well.
I have a kit right here, but there ain't much in it other than, like, foundation and a couple, yeah,
I'm
a
gonna,
liner.
I'm gonna attempt to give him more color in his character.
Color, I already got purples.
Wow.
All right, she's like, well, yeah, I could probably come over here, sugar.
Alright.
And she drags you over, tells you to sit down in this giant chair, and she walks up, and then she's gonna attempt a crafting on you. There you go, a little more color in you. Maybe pink will do. Hang on a second. There you go. A little bit more color in you. Make you look a little more lively. Here, put this on. She grabs one of the coats off of her man.
Thank you.
There, now you look like a typical soldier.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to blend in, ma'am.
Well, you don't stick out like he did. He looked like he was already dead. You just look like a
Kobold in a mech suit doesn't stick
I
out.
am already dead.
You're Cobalt. You look more like a Obviously, you'll have to hide your mech suit until you need it. But you look more like one of the many merchants or travelers that come through the city, buying and selling goods and such.
I thought he was changing characters.
He's not yet. He plans on it, but not yet.
Okay.
I'm planning to at some point, but the thing is I want it to be at a point where it actually makes sense story-wise.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
It wants to be natural. She's like, if you do something about that armor, you should be able to pass as a typical merchant. Hell, you could keep the armor with you if you pretend you're a merchant, because you'll come off as if you're trying to sell that.
It makes sense. It's honestly, there's probably like branding marks on the armor.
And the rest of you, just, I would say to keep your weapons at bay while moving around, so that it doesn't look like you're looking for a fight.
Makes sense.
Yo.
And then, as for you, Zahn, put that sword under your coat, around your back. Does anybody have a disguise hat or anything? Illusion, anything?
Well, no, I was going to suggest so. So I look at me like, listen, it's been a long time since I've been here. But perhaps it would help me fit in. Do you have any regular clothes an average citizen would wear around here?
Samurai's on. Let me take a look. And she starts digging around for some stuff. It's gonna be funny.
I don't know what a bunch of.
How much
clothes-
does Zan's clothing look like it belongs here anyway?
His
Oh,
coat
not
kind of
more.
looks like the stuff he's wearing.
Oh, yeah.
It's more of your face that we're worried about, ain't it? Speaking of which, how much of a murderous psychopath do I look like right now? Be honest.
Hang on a second.
I mean, apart from your whip, didn't you used to work as a snake oil salesman?
That was a front.
Ah, you seem to be doing it pretty well at that one city.
Mm.
What?
I've been a career criminal since I was 12 years old. What do you want from me?
She takes your coat from you. She takes the hat off of you, and she
Oh.
makeups you up too.
Who was that?
Ah, jeez. Are you a spy?
How's that work, sugar?
That will work. It's just, I don't know. Being back at this place, I still remember the day I left. And gives me a lot of feeling of not trusting anything. I don't even know if I trust your guards.
Well, you shouldn't. Ha ha! No, that's good.
Oh my god.
Do not worry. Every one of these men, their parents were killed during the uprising. These are kids that I helped that were lost on the streets. The only thing you have to worry about would be one of them killing you so they could kill him themselves. That's how much they hate the man.
Wow.
But even then, none of them
I can relate.
believed they could actually kill him. And then they at that moment you see all of them like stand up, do like a salute, and then kneel down and say, "We are at your service, my lord."
Who?
Oh, but I can relate.
Can you?
I'm pretty sure if someone killed my father before I can get to him, I'd end their entire bloodline.
Jesus.
So
Just
yeah,
check
I
us
can
the
relate.
music. There. Steps back. All of you look passable. I think we're ready for this.
Let me put away my gun. Put in the in the holster.
So the question I have to ask is, have you given any thought to how we're going to pull this off?
I would say go out there, try to get some information, just sort of like but like get a feel for the situation, get a feel for, the area.
I have a question.
Yes?
I think we have to decide if we're going for Cicero, whatever the fuck his name is.
Shishio.
Shishio. Are we going to attack him, or are we going after the 7? Because I don't think we can do both. And if we're going to do...
We have to do both, just not at the same time.
On
Right.
one hand, that fucker is scary as shit. But it's probably a good thing to get him out of the way.
Which one?
Shishio the head.
Shishio.
Yes, but as warned multiple times, Shishio's in the fortress, and if you attack him, you will pull others to him.
Oh, so then we should probably take out the rest first.
That was the plan.
Take out the supports and the whole building comes crumbling down.
Exactly.
It's like a Mortal Kombat tree.
Think
It would
about
be
more.
nice to-
Anything?
I'm-
Anything else you can tell us about the 7?
Other than they're where they perceive like to go, I can tell you rumors of them. I can tell you that, for example, Koba, it is rumored that when he uses his stone form, nothing can harm him, or very little can harm him. I could tell you that the snakes like to torture and manipulate people, but they are also businesswomen, so you might be able to get them to drop their guard by pretending not to be, like, maybe you're there to buy some slaves or something. Just anything that will get them to, they'll talk to you if you're talking business with them. You might be able to catch them off guard in that regard.
Business if need be.
as for Subutai, he's very honorable. And if you call him out, he might just straight up fight you by himself without any help. The dangerous ones you have to worry about is Kagatori, because he refuses to be alone. He will always have guards with him of some kind. And you always have to worry about Gozan, because you never know where he's going to be.
Great.
In my humble opinion, the safest bet would be either to try and take out the snakes, but you never know if Koba's going to show up, so you got to be careful. He might show up to get drunk with them. Or try to catch Kagatori in a spot where even if he has guards, he's still kind of like trapped in a way. You know what I mean? Like catch him in an ambush or something. But either way, whatever you do, when you have to be quick, and you have to get away and make sure there's no proof of what you've done other than they're missing when you do it. Because if they come and find a body, they'll probably lock down the city and then start like stormtrooper looking all over the place.
Yeah, we'd be fucked.
And all that, from a DM note, all of that is in my shit. So, I'll let you guys discuss how you're going to go about this, and I'm going to do some rolls real quick. Alright. What time is it? Right. What's up?
I was good. What about attacking Koba while he's not with the sisters, but in his castle? The what's it called?
The only worry about that is that if the rumors are true, you might be in for an incredibly difficult fight with him being impervious to pain, to damage. And if the rumors are true, you're gonna have to find a way to get around that. But then again, that would be a problem no matter where you go. Essentially, you need to figure out how to deal with that if the rumors are true, which I'm not telling you if they are or not. That is up to you. Like I said, everything's up to you. This is why I'm not goading you. You pick where you want to go and what you want to do.
Kane, sir. I think you and I could act like we're trying to do some kind of a sales pitch to the snakes.
Are you guys good with sales? She says.
He is, sir. Ma'am. And Dustin gestures to Kane.
Howdy, ma'am.
Well, that's brilliant. The sisters love nothing more than making money. If we could devise a plan to get them to let us into the building, that's our first step. Yes. We could lock the doors so there's no way out of the hot springs, which is where they always are. The rest of you sneak in.
Should probably put the disclaimer out now. Well, I do have experience in business-like deals. They ain't the most, they weren't the most legitimate.
If this is oil salesman.
As long as it makes money, they should be interested, and it only needs to be good enough to get us in.
If you can sell something that it isn't real, sir, surely you can sell something that is.
Perhaps he could sell one of you.
Destin like gestures to like the number of magical items he has that he has created.
Well, what do the sisters deal in?
Slaves, magical items, illegal poisons, drugs, geisha, escorts. The inn.
Oh, maybe you guys could offer me as an escort.
I don't know if they have that much makeup.
Well, I mean, I got some of my tonics, I think.
I think this might work. Should we do it now? I mean, as a DM note, if you were to do this now, you'd actually be picking up a day because it's 11 at night, which means if you would basically be able to take these people out, rest, and instead of resting and starting the next day, you would, because I said 5th day would be starting after you sleep. So if you were to do it right now, you would actually get a head start on 5 days. You'd have 5 days to go after this.
Fuck. All right.
That's just a
It's
DM
a
note.
lot of fucking improv.
We don't have to do it right now, but we should have a little bit of time before the night's over.
All right.
Sir?
Well, y'all gotta help me come up with a pitch. All right.
All right, so I'm not going to just do this whole discussion in character,
Yeah, that would be
spoken
crazy,
as
dude.
Destin. But what it's going, Destin's going to suggest that like we propose that there's like some kind of magic item or whatever that we're trying to sell to them.
Okay.
And do you have like any particular suggestions on like what it should be that we try to sell to them?
Sheeta looks around and says, well, you have the items. You could sell pretty much anything. But I will say to you that if you were to go in as a group, the best way to do that would be to pretend a couple of you are slaves being sold off and a bodyguard. And she looks around, she's like, you could be selling Zahn. He does not look like himself right now. And maybe this one over here. Malcolm could be a bodyguard and you two could be the ones doing the work. Selling items and selling some slaves, and I would get most of you in.
I'll be a slave.
Yeah.
Destin's going to take out a spring-loaded net launcher, which is one of the things that he has that he can make.
Yep.
And I'm going to take a moment to basically fold up the net that I have and load it in.
Okay.
This is something we can demonstrate.
Oh.
Not strictly speaking, it's not actually a magical item, but we could do something with it. Like, could I do something to this net to make it so that way when it gets shot out, it like wraps around the person?
Yeah, if you wish, you're gonna fire 3 nets at them and wrap them up in nets so they can't move.
Well, I'm going to basically design it so that way it's like a net launcher that I want to demonstrate.
Yeah.
And
sure.
yeah, probably I'll probably demonstrate it on one of them. Whether or not they want me to.
Go ahead.
And Destin's going to say as much that's what he's planning to do.
I kind of like it better that you're not even saying anything. You just pull the gun out, you start attaching the net, you look at them, you kind of take measurements for the wind, and they're like, what are you doing?
No, I think he means the sisters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You could totally do all that stuff. Heads up, if these 3 are slaves, you have to well, I'm not going to move the weapons, but the weapons are going to be in your bag of holding. All of their weapons. So when the battle kicks off, they'll have to run over to you and grab their weapons out of the bag of holding. Because if you let them walk in with their weapons out, they won't look like... bitches you guys just captured.
All right, and I'm going to say to Kane that like we should pitch this as something where like these three are people that we caught using this.
I like it. I fucking
No,
love
it's
it.
an agreement.
Is that the plan?
Yeah, I'm writing up hits right now.
We're selling them a slave capture device.
Okay, so
We got. So I hate to interrupt everybody's plan, but we're going to need a lookout. Did you not in your journal point out that I think his name was Kobo frequents and comes by the sister's house at times?
I can be in the in the place without any sort of worry because I'm from the village. I can look out on the door to keep an eye out for Koba, and then when shit kicks off, I can bust my way in.
As she's saying this, Destin's going to pull out of his bag of holding the biting snare and the tripping snare.
Yeah, I'll do lookout. At that point, she walks up and she goes, "If we're doing this, give me your weapons, all of you."
Can I just put my into my like wherever it goes to?
You're not slave, dude.
Oh, okay.
Okay, specifically talking to the slaves.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm
Slaves,
just
in
disarming. I'm
quotes.
not taking your weapons. I'm just making it so you're sheathing them. All right.
Wait. So, sorry. Why are you the one taking the weapons? I thought the plan was for Destin to take.
No,
the
she's gonna
weapons.
put them in the bag. She's gonna turn around and put them in the bag.
Destin will take them.
Like Destin opens up the bag and she puts them in with you. Yeah, like she's helping you out. She's putting them in the bag. All right. Now make sure you act worried and scared during this.
Yeah, let's go, you varmints.
I need to do.
Is that how I play it?
Yeah, you're the bodyguard, dude. You're gonna be pushing these
Am I-
fuckers around.
Better watch out, yeah.
She turns and smacks what do you call it? She turns and smacks you, Zahn, just to get a test.
Okay.
She's like, yeah, I can do this. We can do this. Makes her excited.
Jesus Christ.
She's like, you didn't show up that night, you son of a bitch.
Oh my God.
She's very angry at you because you didn't show up that night.
Okay.
You were supposed to save her. Plus, you're you and you deserve to be slapped.
Sure. Whatever. Oh.
I'm glad that you've given up on fighting back, Nate. It makes me feel better. Okay, are we ready for this stupidity? All right.
Are we actually going to attempt this tonight, or are we going to wait until next session because we have like 20 minutes?
We're gonna
I have my pitch written down.
we're gonna set up the thing, and then I'm gonna cliffhanger it.
Alright.
That's all.
Wait,
What a
am I
cop, geez.
telling my pitch yet or no?
First of all, one of the details is that that we would have worked out is Destin's going to be the inventor, obviously. Kane is going to be basically the salesman who's representing him, more or less, is probably the pitch we're going for.
You know what I just fucking realized? You guys are gonna laugh when you see this. The token I turned Nate into is the token I use for commoners around certain areas of this town. So there's just like 40 Nates.
Oh, so it
Well, no,
blends right in.
Graham,
Well, that makes sense, though.
Graham, I sent you a new token.
So are we only showing off the gadgets, or are we also showing off like the potions and shit like
Would
that?
you send
Because
the new token, Nate?
I put it in Discord and on your Facebook.
So are we getting a night's rest before we do this, or are we just going straight into it?
Well, you already got your night's rest previously, so you don't have to refill your stuff then. It's just late at night now.
Yeah, but I would be able to swap out my spells, something a little more covert, but I can probably.
Yeah.
I can still I still have my cantrips, so it's not
Yeah, you're
at the end
cool.
of the world.
I
could get going now.
I'll get that token for next time, Nate, because it would be
Okay.
annoying to put it together.
Yeah.
So are we selling the tonics too or not? Like, I
Whatever
need to know for
whatever
my
you
pit.
guys wish to do, your goal is to get to talk to them. You just have the conversation with the
to present this
doorman.
as like a number of things. Like maybe
Alright,
we're
cool.
just working together because like
Yeah.
I'm able to do like these mechanical things, you're able to do these alchemical things, and
That
together
works with my pitch.
we get like this whole basically a suite of like a bunch of different things we can throw at them.
No, I'm serious. I just wrote up a script like that
Beautiful.
right off the top of my head.
All right.
Here's one Nate, here's another Nate.
So you guys arrive at this bar to see quite a large amount of people drinking and having a good time. This is what you see as you walk up to this place. The beautiful, lavishly built pagoda.
Well, that's pretty.
The White Lotus. Let's see. So as you walk in, you see guards. My bad. Excuse me. I ain't seen your kind around here before. What do you want?
Well, we. Wait, is this the right place? This is where we're doing the sale thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. We are here to show off some fine wares that we've got.
You merchant?
Indeed, I am, sir.
What about the people behind you?
Well, this is one of the greatest inventing minds y'all have ever seen, and these folks back here, well, some of them are the merchandise, and some are our bodyguards. Can't go around with all of this quality products without someone to, protect the goods, right?
All right, give me
Hold back now,
give me
hold back.
diplomacy. Your diplomacy. He's not very
Alright.
bright, so you should have no trouble with this shit.
Alrighty. Let's see.
Oh, 22. Okay.
All right. Hmm. Interesting. Feel free to get drinks. I will go talk to the mistress
Wow,
as he
thank you.
walks off. As he walks
got
off, you guys are free to move around. The slaves are not unless they're following one of the other people. But if you wish to take some time to gather information while he is off, do whatever.
Could I roll a perception?
Yes, you can.
And can I
yeah.
say that I've made like false knots around their wrists?
Yeah. In
Where
fact,
it's
give me a
not like
sleight of
it's
hand.
not actually
Give me a sleight of hand to see how good they look.
okay.
You
Can
know-
I do crafting?
Yeah. Yeah, they look great. They look absolutely wonderful.
And it's something like where there's like a rope tucked in that they have like in one of their hands that they're
Yeah.
able to like palm, so that way that it can't be seen from outside, but it looks like their wrists are tied together.
That's a good idea.
Raven's trying to figure out where the exits and entrances are,
Right.
so that what do we need to barricade? Where can we escape?
You
all
know,
that stuff.
you notice exit behind you. Only exit in the building, and you see way off at the back another door heading out to the back area.
What do I see?
Destin, you notice. Kane. You notice that there's a lot of nobles and commoners in here. You don't see many guards, other than the two that were at the door. Not counting the one that's disappeared. I'm counting the one that's disappeared. You notice a lot of geisha everywhere, drinking and hanging out with all these nobles and commoners. It looks like a very lax place. A lot of people look like they may even be on opium.
Interesting.
After about like 10 minutes, The ladies will see you. Bring your wares and make sure they make no sudden moves. Your bodyguard must remain out here, or he can leave his weapons and go in. You two?
Understood.
It's up to you. This way. So all of you follow
There
this
we
way.
go. I'm the only one moving.
I'm going to whisper to Malcolm, or use the message spell on Malcolm, and I'm going to see if he can put his pistol in my bag of holding. So that way he can leave the rifle outside, and then he still has a weapon inside.
I would suggest leaving the pistol outside. You also, out of the corner of your
No,
eye,
but
you
the
notice...
rifle, he's not going to be able to use that in close range.
Yeah, you're right, you're right.
That's the idea.
As you guys are working that out, you notice Sheeta walk in, doesn't look at you, goes directly in, sits down about over here, and starts and orders a drink.
Are y'all following me or what?
I fucking wish.
I'm
So-
a slave. I'm not supposed to lead.
Yeah.
What
Don't let me lose Nate
door.
with Nate.
The
Don't let me
door.
lose Nate with Nate.
Oh my god, yeah, there's like
So,
many-
is like
No.
We gotta get
it's
that
obviously
going.
up to you, Bazinga, what weapon you want to smuggle in, but
It doesn't seem too close range in here.
well, I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be less than a 30-foot distance to the people in the
Hey.
room.
Destin.
I feel like I'm missing someone.
Destin looks over at Kane.
I got a sort of a pitch ready, but if you could let me know when would be the best time to.
It's just it might be because Zon's not got his normal picture.
Just introduce the idea of the net launcher, and I can take it from there, sir.
Oh well, yeah. You gotta add some flair to it.
a lot of people on the stream. So.
So I put
There's
my,
a whole
got
lot
that
of
part.
Nate in this room.
I put my pistol in the bag.
All right.
Listen, I was just never good at cues. That's all.
So we're gonna sheathe your pistol so it's in the bag.
Are any of them
Sheathe
going
your
to take
pistol
insult
rifle.
that? Are any of them going to take insult that a slave is wearing the same outfit they are?
Don't, dude, stop. Right. So you walk up to the doors and you go, and the bear of Nebu goes, in there. Don't do anything stupid.
Looks like a cyberpunk map.
Where are?
And is that where we're gonna wrap the session for the night, or?
No, we're gonna wrap it right here where you start your conversation with him, dude.
Let me do my pitch.
Just give me, I want to end it on the pitch, honestly. But
I'm really hyped because if I have
I
to
really
wait
love the
all 2
idea of
weeks-
us ending on the net launcher going off at one of them.
Listen, if
What
I
is
have
this?
to
What
wait
is this?
2
A freaking
weeks for this
episode of like
pitch, I'm
Dragon Ball
gonna-
Z or something?
dude, you know what I did yesterday, dude?
What the fuck?
I listened to all morning fucking Dragon Ball Z Abridged because it's the greatest TV show ever made.
Oh.
That show
I'll
is
be
so
honest,
fun.
I don't expect the net launcher is going to actually help us in any way. But if it does, it's fantastic.
The greatest line in the history of TV shows, Nate.
Yeah.
The guy, it's a parody show. Gohan says, "Do you really believe the hype?" The Vegeta goes, "Believe the hype. I am the hype."
Oh Jesus.
Fucking show
Alright.
is so good. Okay, so you guys
Oh
walk
no,
in.
we got a new Nate.
That's fine, whatever. So you guys walk in, and at first you don't see anybody. You just see movement in the water, kind of moving around, just in different areas. And then you see one pop up over here. Ah, aren't you just the delicious type? Hang on a second, I gotta put.
Why, thank you.
In case you're wondering, I'm giving you guys all 10 feet because I have it set up where if you go into the water, you lose sight because it's under the water.
God damn it, river elevation messing up my skill shots again.
So, how can the sisters help you this fine evening?
Destin glances over at Kane.
Alright. Greetings, ma'ams. Y'all, two lovely ladies, look like you know quality when you see it.
What do you mean
That's
two?
why...
There's only one of us here.
Oh, god damn it.
Start over and take that
All
two
right.
out.
Well, greeting, ma'am. Fuck. Greetings, ma'am. Yup. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry,
You look
dude.
like you know quality when you see it. That's why we got only the finest of products for you today. We got mystical tonics of untold power, gizmos and gadgets penned and assembled by a master craftsman. Why, this doohickey right here was the very tool we used to grab all these strong laborers that we also bring before you today.
But you're scribbling. Brr.
So Destin lifts up the net launcher. Man, this is a it's a spring powered net launcher, ma'am. It's very capable of firing a net at a long distance to help capture a runaway slave or of even a future slave, ma'am.
Even a
and-
future slave.
If you'd like, I could give you a demonstration, ma'am.
She rises up out of the water, and you see that the bottom half of her is pure snake, and it stretches about 15 feet as she slithers up onto the thing and gets real close to you. And... Yes, go ahead, show me.
All right. So Destin's going to signal to Malcolm to Malcolm, if you could bring them a little ways away over here, sir.
Prada
Destin-
slave. Who you dragging over?
Don.
And Destin's going to take a step back. He's going to pull out the net launcher. He's going to level it at Zahn,
Hey, pull the trigger.
and he's going to snap it over to her and fire it off.
Oh, you're gonna shoot it at her?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the plan.
Okay,
That's
so
how we're starting this
now,
off.
the question is, are you using... So if you're... All right, then, hang on a second. So you're using it like an attack?
It's an attack roll, yes.
Okay.
Um,
We're going to do it against her reflex DC, though. Because she's a snake.
Okay.
So her reflex
Okay.
DC is 22. So you're going to just roll an attack roll, and if you don't beat 22, the net will... she'll, like, slither out of the way. But if
I
you
need
do-
a 10 or higher, everyone.
But if the net hits her, she
Okay.
will be rooted for a time being.
Does it matter that she's caught off guard by this?
Well, that's why I'm using that. That's why I'm using the reflex at 10. What do you call it? 12 instead of 14, because her reflex is 14.
Okay.
So you're getting
Okay.
a plus.
Okay. Now, let's hope. Damn it.
Oh,
You fire
Fuck.
this net, and she goes, clever! As the net flies by and hits this geisha behind. Where's... I'm just trying to find immobilized. And this geisha immediately gets immobilized. Then you hear a loud
And
hiss.
then,
What's up?
can I pull off my bag of holding and toss it over to the other side?
Let me see. So the first thing was the surprise. So what we'll do is... Let's see. What's your reflex?
+9.
All right, this is what we'll do. Because you got to fire off a free shot at her. We're going to do a contested. I'm going to roll a reflex, and she... For her, still at 12 because of the, what do you call it?
Caught off
Because-
guard.
Yeah, caught off the guard. So it's still going to be at 12. All right. And you roll yours.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh,
Damn.
okay, so you take the bag off and you toss it over that way. Her tongue whips out and slams into the bag. we'll just remind me of this, okay? That's the bag. So next week, next time we play, remember the bag got hit by the tongue and is on the ground over here, all right? As the tongue whips out and hits him, you hear a loud hiss as the second sister rises up. What are you doing, Mio? These insects are trying to hurt me!
See,
What?
I could have sworn there was 2, and look, there's 2.
As the Naruto music kicks in,
Yeah, I will say.
everybody roll initiative, and then we're going to stop for the night. Let me get you all in initiative.
Did you? Were you actually caught off guard when I said that I was going to fire it at her?
Yeah, I thought you were going to wait to get them to drop their guard more.
No, that was the intent. Is I was going to that was how the pitch was going to go. That was the idea.
God, I rolled terribly on initiative, like always.
Give me 1 second.
I did too.
There we go. I had to remove a couple of these geisha from the thing. A couple of these geisha just kind of panic and run off while the other ones prepare to fight alongside their masters.
It was worth an attempt.
Really the worst part is the fact that she snapped the fucking bag, which means the group has to waste movements and shit to get to him. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Mio's gonna go up first, and she's right in front of you. All right. That is the end of
there's
the...
one
this
person in
could have
particular
gone.
who she should be extremely pissed at.
Yeah. This is gonna be fun.
And it's not anyone on this side of the map.
Also, I'll warn you so you can think about it ahead of time. You have not barricaded the door. Which is good, because that means Sheeta might be able to get in, but I'm gonna roll rolls for her to see if she is intelligent enough to create a diversion that gets people out of here so that no one knows what you're doing inside this room. Alright? But we'll find all that out next week with the Sheeta.
I'm sure she's
I mean,
smart
that's
enough to
okay.
do it. It's a matter of